And we are going. Like I see this lady that I'm cool with. She used to be a cop. She used to be in the military. And she was talking about how she's like, do you see how cops are right now? They're feeling like victims and stuff like that. And I'm like, looking at this shit, I'm like, how do you think black people feel every day? All these, and not just black, but minorities. This is how minorities feel all the fucking time. But she's like, people who feel want to tell cops what they need to do. Like she wouldn't tell a doctor what the hell what they needed to do without education and shit. And I'm just like,
yeah,
like, man, if a doctor is constantly doing something that's actually killing people, what do? They try to find other training methods on trying to take care of people so that issue doesn't happen. Like, these cops shouldn't be held any lighter than what a doctor has to go through if a doctor fucks up.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. There's a bunch of shit going on, and I can see, like, my girl was telling me about on one of her little Facebook groups she's a part of, this girl that owns here in Florida the Blue Lives Bears, the Blue Line Bears or whatever it is. They create bears for the children of parents, like the kids that have parents that are cops. When they get killed or pass away, they create a bear with a blue line on it and they donate it to the child, right?
Yeah.
So she got on her private page and posted to her business page talking about, this is ridiculous. Now cops are being, targeted. My father is a cop and now we're receiving death threats, and I had to take off the police wrap on my Jeep because I feel threatened now, and I can't drive around with my Blue Lives Matter, wrap on my Jeep because I feel like my life is going to be threatened. I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, first off, you messed up. Like, let me read word for word what I said, because I want to get this right, because I know what I said was facts. So I gotta find the message.
But it's like every time, and I was watching a video till you find it. I was watching a video.
Right here.
Oh, go ahead.
So the first message, to put it in context, my girl says, I think the bear ideal is cute, especially for the kids who have lost their parents who are an officer. But, oh well. I said, yes, I agree. But for the quote-unquote owner to come out and voice her take on things doesn't make sense to me, because she said the people are adding fuel to the fire, but she's doing that by herself by making the post under her business page. One, it's unprofessional, and two, it's the wrong time and wrong place. If she's smart, she would keep doing what she's doing and mind her business and keep her personal life and her business life out of it. I understand the fact that she had to take down the wrap on her car because she's in fear of her life, but at the same time, you have to understand you have to understand that if you have a group of dogs and one's a golden retriever, one's like a chihuahua, and the other one's a pit bull, everybody always looks out the pit bull because it's been deemed as a vicious dog, so everybody's afraid of that. Just because a few pit bulls have bitten somebody doesn't mean that they're all bad. Now, people are looking at it the same way with cops. No matter if there's one or two bad cops, they're all bad cops. So you have to understand that's the way people put things out there.
Yeah.
So with her talking about, I'm in fear now because our family is receiving death threats. Okay, I get that. Well, your dad as a policeman should, I can't even say her dad, but like as a police officer, you guys are, in an oath for a certain reason. It's called protecting the people, being servants of the people. You should be policing each other and stop allowing each other to get away with certain things. So when that one bad egg does happen to, hatch, you don't have this problem where, oh, well, he shot and killed this dude, now we're all in the same boat. I mean, it's guilty by association. You're a cop, he's a cop, he kills somebody, guess what? All cops get a bad rap now. I mean, it's the same thing they do to us when we're in a car with a bunch of our friends and one of our friends has drugs or a gun on him that he shouldn't have. We're all going down for it. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Bite the bullets, man up, and do your job the right way.
Yeah. And it kind of takes back to, did you watch the Dave Chappelle 846 special? Or at least any of the clips?
No, I haven't seen any of it.
He said in that clip, he was talking about how it was a cop.
Cut the music up a little bit.
It was a cop that was in LA. And the cop and this white lady, who was also an officer, arrested this guy. As he's arresting the guy, this lady just comes and kicks this dude in the face. They have the guy subdued. And he went and he complained about that officer's actions. Later on down the line, apparently he got fired. And any place he tried to get a job, for being an officer, he couldn't get a job for being an officer. He even took legal action, never got a job as an officer. And apparently he ended up writing like this memoir or something like that about it. And Dave Chappelle was like, yeah, he even mentioned my name in it, like as a guy. He was like, yeah, like he looked up to Dave Chappelle and stuff like that. So the guy ended up going on a killing spree. He ended up killing random officers. And when he did that, I guess the cops ended up coming after him. They were finally able to get him. And they were sitting there just belittling him. And like, apparently they called Dave Chappelle before he got to LA one time, was like, yeah, we had this killer on the loose, blah, blah, blah. This is the guy's name. And Dave Chappelle knew of the guy, not personally.
Yeah.
But he was just like, that nigga's not coming after me, nigga. I'm worried about your safety.
Yeah, for real.
Like, he likes me. He doesn't like y'all. And it's kind of the same, and it's kind of that big thing there. Like, what?
Bro, fuck. I'm sorry, but I don't mean to cut.
Hold on. We're going to get into that.
Bro, that shit has me so fucking
We're going to get into
tight.
that.
It's not even funny.
We'll get into that right after this one.
Nah, we got segments to go by. We'll get to it. Don't worry. But go ahead.
He was just basically saying like he was worried about the cop safety because he's like, look, y'all treated this guy like shit. He complained about a cop, and that's what a lot of people talk up about.
But honestly,
nowadays.
it sounds like a tantrum fit. Looks like, I mean, to me, it sounds like the cop got fired because he fucked up. He knew he fucked up, so now he's trying to, weasel his way back in.
No. You got it twisted. The good cop got fired.
Okay.
The good cop who complained about the other cop kicking him in the face because he went and he snitched.
Yeah.
He went and he told on what was going on. They ended up down the line firing him.
Okay.
And then he went about his day trying to get his job back, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, what's new about that, though? I mean, they do that shit all the time. They make movies about that all the time. But clearly, the cops don't want... Well, I shouldn't even say cops. Precincts don't want, quote-unquote, good cops. They want people that are, have that one loose nut that are willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to, let somebody go.
I'm going to just be like, I ain't going to say they want loose cops, but I'm going to say it's hypocritical because it's the same effect of gang life, because everyone said, black and the minorities will say, cops are the biggest gang in the world.
Yeah.
They're nothing but gang members because at the same time, they'll still beat you up, they'll plant shit on you, they'll steal from you, they do all this kind of shit. And what ends up happening is when a good cop does do his job, he gets fired or something happens. And I can actually say that because I currently have a family member that's going through the same thing. He's a cop. He went and did he didn't do shit, but he went against the cops who were doing wrong, and apparently now he's having a difficult time. Like, he can't even leave. He can't even move away like he wants to move away because he's stuck in legal battle right now.
Yeah.
I can't really get into anything like that, but it's some shit that's going down in my hometown. And actually, there's a video out. I'll put it in the link or something like that. So if you guys want to see it, he'll talk about it more. But crazy shit, man.
Yo, you see over in Tampa what they did?
The Blue Lives Matter shit?
Nah.
What?
They looted the Walmart over there.
Which one?
Fletcher? I think so. Damn. They looted that one, and they Walmart reported over $100,000 in lost product. The video is crazy. I don't know if I can still find it, but
I think I saw it on World Star.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the exact one,
right
but it
here.
said Tampa.
Everybody rushing in, getting their shit.
Who brought the baby in, man? Come on, man.
For real. I don't care.
Yeah, they went behind the cigarette counter.
Nah, that's electronics. They trying to get the shit out of electronics. But honestly, my word of advice for anybody that's going out there and looting, don't be fucking stupid or ignorant and post that shit on like IG, like, oh yo, this is what I got this, I got that, and then show your face. Like, I've seen plenty of people do that shit, and they're full on arresting people. Like, and be careful what y'all are looting, because a lot of this stuff got tracking numbers on it. So when you go to take that shit to a pawn shop, or you sell it to somebody and they take it to a pawn shop, remember who had it first. Like, they're going to trace you back, and they're going to come get you.
They really are.
So
all them cell phones.
Yeah, like the cell phones. Soon as you activate that shit, it's gonna pop up like stolen. Boom, and then guess what? Now you in the hole because you went and stole a phone, and you're stuck with it. All right, let's get this intro over.
Now, I am ready for your rant.
Let's get the intro out of the way first.
All right. Yo, what's poppin', y'all? This is Moss, your boy. We got
Stan, the man with the plan.
And we here today. Again, welcome to episode 3. Yeah, this is episode 3.
I mean, technically, it's
episode 3.
Technically, it's like episode 6 or 7, but the other ones don't count because we never even really released them.
But
we're gonna get to this first segment, bro. We're gonna get to this everybody's hyping up this little RMR.
Hold on, man. You was hyping him up.
I was hyping him up, but there's a lot of other big people in the industry that were hyping this dude up as well. But we're gonna get to it because I got a few questions about this shit, bro. So you come out with what it was. Hold on, let me pull this up so I can get this absolutely correct, so I ain't looking stupid. But
now I'm mad about RMR.
Oh, dude, I'm hot because
you thought it was going to be the greatest thing.
No, bro. He did some shady shit, bro. Shady shit, and I gotta pull up 2 different things. So I'm gonna need my phone, and then I'm also gonna need this here, right? So you can go on YouTube, type in RMR, and what you're gonna want to go to is go to his uploads, and then find the one that's called Controlled Narrative, right? Don't even worry about the beginning of it. Let the video load, and then you're gonna go straight to the end of the video, right? When the track lists are gonna start playing. I waited till June 12th. I was excited. I got up early. Soon as it released, I stayed up and listened to this shit.
Oh, you're mad because of the 7 songs?
No, I don't care about the 7 songs. I personally feel like a lot of albums should be like that because I'm sorry, I don't want to listen to 12 to 27 songs of the same sound. Like that's annoying. The way he released with 7 songs, cool. But bro, alright, I can actually do it from right here. No, we gotta compare, right? Alright, Welfare, West Side Gun. I'm losing my fucking mind, bro. Like, you've got some Kodak type guy, right? More or less on the singer side, and he's got West Side Gun, a northern rapper? I'm like, okay, cool, this is gonna be grimy, right? So let's listen to this, right? This is the West Side Gun one, right? It's featuring West Side Gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We at 10 seconds. We at 15 seconds.
Shout out to Griselda.
We at 20 seconds. 25 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. That's 30 seconds of West Side Gun. You go through any other part of this fucking song, there's no West Side Gun on this song. So you mean to tell me you're going to put a dude on your song, quote unquote, feature him on your song, and only have him do 30 seconds of a intro? A chorus?
That's all he got?
That's all he got.
So I meant to listen to the album. I was really trying to...
This is how mad I am about this.
Goosebumps popping?
Goosebumps pissed off.
Your hair standing up.
Like, you can't sit here and tell me West Side Gun is going to be featured on one of your new songs that you have not released yet and put him on for 30 seconds. To me, that sounds shady. I got even shadier shit on this album, right?
Hold on. I want to ask a question about that. Now, West Side, it was just an intro. It wasn't like...
There is no other lyrics on that song.
Not even a hook.
Not even a hook. That first intro, the chorus, whatever you want to call it, that 30 seconds is West Side Gun. That's it. The other whatever amount of song is RMR singing. That's it. Right? So don't sit here, don't put featuring West Side Gun. Don't even put his name in that, because at that point, he's not making any money from that. He's not getting any justification from his abilities to rap with you putting him on 30 seconds. All right.
I hate this track list anyway. Cause
Song 2, Dealer. You've remixed it twice now. You've remixed Dealer twice, okay? You cannot use that song on your album. You released it once, it was alright. Okay? Second time you released it around, you fucked up and put Future on it. Why'd you put Future on it? Nobody respects him.
Future's trash.
No offense, I'm not gonna listen to a song that the dude fucked Scottie Pippen's wife. I got no respect for the dude. He ruined a perfect thing. Ruined it. Alright. Second one. How do you even pronounce that? Nouveau Rich? What? This song is garbage, bro. This third song on the track list is garbage. Okay, I'm not over you. I watched the Showtime documentary. Like, I went and actually, gave my mom and pops money so I could use their cable to watch this Showtime premiere for this song. I respect this song because a lot of people take this song as, I'm not over you as in a female. No, he's talking about real life shit. He's talking about addictions. He's talking about any other thing that you can't seem to bring yourself over. So the song itself is a good art form to allow you to interpret however you want to interpret it. It's easy. Now, Silence. Bro, Silence sounds like it should be on a fucking Disney platform. I'm not even gonna lie. We're gonna sit here and listen to a short little portion of it, right? Let's get to the lyrics. Tell me this doesn't sound like it should belong on a Disney track.
It's all trash.
Garbage, bro. Okay. Again, you've got Dealer on your album twice, bro. You got the original and then you got the remixed version of it with Future and Lil Baby. You can't do that. You got 6 songs on your track. Because I'm sorry, Dealer and Dealer is the same song. You can't count that as 2 and try to get money from that. Now, for the biggest one of all, which I think is the shadiest fucking thing this dude could have done. On your rollout, you had people waiting for you for this album. You gave them the original Rascal. People blew up over that. They went crazy. Like, oh, who's this dude that's, he's got this gang affiliation look to him, but yet he's here singing some soft Rascal, right? Okay, then you drop Dealer. Okay, he's dealing drugs. He's in the drug dealing business. The dude does drugs. He's hard, right? Okay. Now, let's look at the actual album release. Tell me, right there at the bottom, what song do you see, Mr. Moss?
Rascal.
All right. Does it say who it features?
No.
Let's go ahead, click it. Scrub through it. Just hit random parts.
This song was hot, bro.
Go to another random spot. Scroll back and go to another random spot. Do you hear Young Thug at all in this song?
No.
Exactly. It's the original song. Nothing. This dude is playing people.
Why the fuck?
He's playing people.
Would you want Young Thug on that?
Yes.
Why?
Young Thug. Okay, sorry. In this genre of rap, the autotune era, Young Thug is the king of it so far. He's killing the game in any autotune track that anybody puts out. Hold on.
Who's better though, Future or Young Thug? Because
Future's been around longer. Future is Future is a mumble, zany, autotune rapper. Young Thug
fit perfectly with this.
Is just a autotune rapper. Okay?
Yeah.
That's it. Now, here's what I think went down. Alright? RMR or Rumor, however you want to call it. At this point, I'm calling it a dumpster fire because this is a bullshit album. He's going to put this on the rollout as in like, oh shit, he's got Young Thug on here. Young Thug has a pretty big following base. Alright? Now, let's go ahead and release the album with the original song. Why? Okay, so if my album doesn't do well, I've got 2 of the same songs on there. One's going to get better numbers. I guarantee it's going to be the remix with Lil Baby in the future. Cool. That's going to bring in numbers, right? Welfare, it's a good song. I was well pleased with that song. That's going to bring in numbers.
But
the over entire album itself is not going to bring in good numbers. So guess what I got in the tuck? I got a song I did with Young Thug. I'm going to hold on to that shit for another month or 2. And then I'm going to release it out and boom, more money right off the bat.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think so.
I'm thoroughly pissed off with the way that he went about releasing this. The other thing, I did a little bit of more research on this dude, right? Mm-hmm. It's one guy. So the original Rascal song, he has no affiliation with those people. They may be his friends, but they're not part of his engineering group. It's just him. Now, here's another thing that I found out. Every single one of these songs is not produced by one record label. He's gone to, looks like 7 different record labels, not knowing if he owns any publishing or anything to these songs, and had them produced by 7 different record labels, 7 different producers, 7 different engineers. Like this whole thing is literally just a fuck fest of Eminem, Skittles, fucking nerds just thrown together. I hate this way. I hate it. I don't like it. I don't want to hear it no more. I'll listen to a few songs, maybe, when I'm in the mood, but I don't fuck with this dude no more. The way this thing is played out, I don't fuck with it.
Here's my take. I haven't heard the album. I can already say off the rip of looking at it. Dealer.
Okay, and hold on. I got one more thing, right? He put Westside Gunn. He has some connections with it. And the only other reason why I think he has some connections with northern rappers, look at his album cover. Tell me who else does his album covers like that? You said his name.
What?
At the beginning with Westside Gunn, you said shout out to somebody.
Oh, Griselda?
He does his album covers just like Griselda. Blacks out the face.
Actually, that looks more, I would compare that more to some of the shit that Kendrick does. Kendrick does that shit.
I think he's only done that on like one album, one or two albums.
I think he's done that on 2.
But Griselda's album covers, a lot of them are like that. And then you have Westside on. Okay, you're a Southern rapper. Why are you reaching out to Westside? Why are you reaching out to Westside? So now, see, here's what
because Griselda's hot right now.
Here's what I want. Here's what I think I'm going to do. My own little next research. I'm going to try to figure out who the fuck this dude is. Who is Rumor?
You are obsessed.
No, I'm not obsessed, but I want to know who do I need to hate? Who do I need to stop supporting? Because at this point, I don't know who he is. So I could still be listening to his normal music and still be supporting him and be not supporting this platform.
But let's put it this way. I'm going to go off of, I would never have had high expectations anyway for this album for plenty of reasons. One, okay, yes, he's come out with 2 songs. One of his first song, which was The Rascal. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I enjoyed it, and it's funny. It's funny as shit with the fucking visuals. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. Then you come out with Diller. Like, sound-wise, I love Diller. I do love the sound of it. But my thing about this is I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm ready to be blown away
Yeah.
from anything that he was going to drop. West Side Gun's on the album. I can understand why you reach out to West Side. Again, Griselda's hot.
Yeah.
But when you go down, and as you said, like 7 songs on this album, first of all, I think that's shit. If you're putting out an album minimum should have 10 songs.
Yeah.
Now, you put out 7 songs. I don't even know if this actually, I don't know, like, depending on your label. But you put Westside on, like you just showed me, Westside had a bullshit feature on it, so nothing much came out of that. You did 2 remixes, apparently. First of all, I don't want to hear, I'm sorry, I'm not going to want to hear Young Thug. If anything, truthfully, this guy has a better voice.
Yeah.
In auto-tune. Singing wise, I would very much more appreciate his original than having to hear Young Thug on it.
Well, no,
So-
don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on the original Rascal. I like the song. It's good, but don't put that he's going to be on that song on
And
your
then he's not
rollout,
on the song.
and then he's nowhere near anywhere on the album.
But nothing about that album, like in the 7 songs, says to me is a reason why I would go purchase it.
Oh yeah, no.
Because
and I was
again,
ready to. I was ready.
I wouldn't have, because one, and even if you put Future and Lil Baby, even though I'm not a fan of most of these people, Future and Lil Baby on the song with him should do well. It should sell. It should.
Little Baby's going to be the major
that's the
selling
remix
point.
though.
Yeah, Little Baby's going to be the major selling point of that song.
The problem is I heard the original.
Yeah.
I heard the original song. You put Lil Baby and Future on it. I'm not going to be inclined to jam out to what I feel is going to be a downgrade version, because I saw the video for it. But to me, the Future and the Lil Baby is a downgrade of the original.
Don't even get me started on the video for that song.
But again, it's just, come on. Like, okay, you're not really giving me anything. You gave me pretty much 3 songs on your album that I've already heard, and now only thing I'm gonna do is be able to listen to maybe 4 songs I haven't heard yet.
And that was the other thing that pissed me off, is like you basically released more than half of your album, and you offered us 3 songs. So in all reality, you released a 3-song album. It's not even, you can't even consider that a mixtape at that point.
No, but the fact, and so many people gave, and we talked, and I know you kind of gave Joyner Lucas shit, because when we went back to his album, yeah, there were a lot of songs that he released over the years, but still, at the end of the day, I still got more than what I was given in this, or what's on here from Joyner. Joyner gave us songs that he never leaked, or never went out, never made a video for. And I am not shocked about it. I am not shocked that you're unhappy. I don't think that is going to do well. I don't think his career is not going to go anywhere, because now you just put out an album, which most likely will end up happening is you're going to put out a
deluxe.
Yeah, what's been going on?
That will be the same songs, but only the last song will have Young Thug on.
Yeah, and they'll probably put like maybe 2 more songs out the blue.
I doubt it.
I mean, to make a deluxe,
Because
you're not going to make a deluxe from going from 7 tracks and make a deluxe and say 8. You're going to have to put at least 2, maybe 3 new songs on there that weren't on this album.
I doubt it, because I personally don't think he has. I mean, he has older stuff, but I noticed that what he's also doing is he's taking his older music that he had that, it wasn't tied to RMR, and he's basically just redoing it. And the other thing is like he treated his music, this album, like a fucking Netflix series. Like, all these little short videos are short videos of his song. They're sampling. He's giving you a sample of his song. Mm-hmm. So in reality, you already had an idea of what the songs were going to sound like.
I gotta hear it fully through, but I mean, I can skip 3 songs. So basically, I'm listening to 4 fucking songs. But it's an EP.
Yeah, that's all that is.
It's not, truthfully, like, I do like the dude voice. I do like what he's doing as his sound goes. But a lot of these people I can't have high hopes for.
Yeah.
Because none of these people show me growth. What have people said about Future the past few years? Future sounds exactly the same, like he's always sounded. There's no growth. There's nothing changed. There's nothing excited. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, the first song sounds just like the seventh song. It would sound just like the fifth song.
Yeah,
it sounds like they're giving you the same thing.
Yeah, just like his last album, 27 fucking songs, and they all sound the same.
And that's why I'm just like, I don't have, for a lot of these artists out here who are your big name artists that are like Future, Drake, and a lot of these artists, I don't expect anything more from them, because at the end of the day, I feel, yes, it's going to sound exactly the fucking same. Yeah. There's no growth. There's nothing that they're doing. There's continuing that recipe until that recipe is, till nobody wants that no more. And then as soon as, what happens? As soon as fucking their recipe or their formula is dried up and nobody wants to hear it, that's when they try to jump on the bandwagon of somebody else's sound. Lil Wayne is a classic version of someone that done it. Mm-hmm. Lil Wayne was rapping like he was rapping. Then what did he end up doing? As soon as Auto-Tune came out, I'm chasing that wave. As soon as, people were really, really rapping, and he's like, okay, I'm going to really rap now. Then he's in that wave. It's when rappers were trying to do that little crossover with rock music. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to jump on that wave. So it's too many people that are completely on this artists who just do wave shit because their shit dries up because they have no growth. Yeah. That's why you can sit back and you have artists who are morally like these underground artists who completely have this outstanding fucking fans who will constantly buy their shit because they change up their sound. Yeah. You can't continue. Biggie changed up his sound. Yep. Biggie went from, I'm doing this hard street shit. Pac did too. But yeah, it's not really. They changed up their sound because they grow. Yeah. They're not going to continue the same fucking thing over and over. If I feed you fucking KFC every fucking night, you're not going to want it no more. Popeyes is going to look. So now you're going to be like, what can I copy from Popeyes? It's artists. It's artists, and I'm not shocked.
So let's go ahead and get into the next.
First of all,
the next artist. Since I see that it's on both of our fucking lists.
Yes, it is. We are going to now, you guys.
Unfortunately, we're about to promote something that we should not be.
We do not say his name.
I'm not saying Duke's name.
I ain't even gonna I call him Rat Shit, and that's why I'm naming it podcast Rat Shit. Nicki Minaj and Rat Shit.
And that's why I said, when you talked about the whole bandwagon thing, that's the reason why I said, yeah, we're about to get to that. Because I personally feel like two things. One, this song, it's about Snoop, and it's about Meek on his lyrics, on a few portions of his lyrics. Two, I think Nicki's getting back at Cardi, or trying to get back at Cardi, because of the allegations this rap made in court about her, and Nicki already don't like her. So guess what? I'm going to jump on that bandwagon. I know he's going to blow back up. My career's dying off because I'm, in the shithole for marrying a pedophile. And now I have nowhere to go. Guess what? Here's my out.
What was your take? Did you like this song?
You want my honest opinion?
Yes, I do.
The titties were nice. The titties were nice. That was about it.
I'm so much of an asshole that I don't like. I'm mad that you clicked on his actual video, and now this somehow helps him generate funds. I went to people's reaction video just to watch the video.
I did too my first time, but I mean,
I am not mad about the titties in this video.
I think Duke's gay. I really think he's underlying gay.
Man, I don't care.
Because ain't no dude out here wearing a lace front wig. I'm sorry, but no dude out here will wear a lace front wig unless you are taking it somewhere where it shouldn't be given.
Nicki is such a... I'm pretty much... Well, I feel like I've been done with Nicki for a while anyway.
Yeah.
Nicki just... God, man. First Nicki's album...
Good.
I love that shit.
When she was with Young Money, she was good.
But now...
After the light skin had to go and break everybody up, and everybody went their own ways, it's kind of like, why?
Nicki has such gone trash, you know, and I'm not really going to go into the, like, why she's doing a video with them and shit like this, because it's attention. It's attention. It's the same shit that, because she's been gone for so long, yeah. You know, nobody's checking for Nicki.
Nope.
And you have all these other female artists who are starting to grow. Meg Thee Stallion is fucking blowing, or has been like blowing up and shit. And Nicki's been sitting on the sideline. Nicki has literally watched Cardi be Cardi, Meg Thee Stallion be Meg Thee Stallion. No one's checking, like, Meg Thee Stallion being on a Birds of Prey fucking soundtrack. No one's calling Nicki like, yo, Nicki, we want... No one's doing that. No. So now you got this nigga who's fake as fuck. Fake as fuck. Nigga, no one's... to keep it a buck, I like his style.
Whose?
Rat's. I like the Rat style.
You like his style?
It's kind of hard to explain, sonically.
His sonically sound is...
I like his hard sound.
It's aggressive New York
I love
rap.
aggression. I love aggression rap.
Yeah.
Now, if
it was... He would have never snitched?
No. Because, you know, back then, I still wasn't feeling them.
You liked a couple of his songs.
Some of his songs went hard. I'm not going to lie about that. But it's still to the point of... It's like that same fact of Little John. Nigga, I don't need you screaming in my ear. I like that you're aggressive. I do like that you're aggressive on records. But, yeah, his personality, the way he acts, everything like that, it just tells me, like, it's fake shit. Like, I love aggressive music. Hello, Eminem. Yeah. DMX shit. Jadakiss. Styles P. Rough Riders. I talk about your shit. I love New York raw hip hop. I love that shit. But the fact is, you got this dude who's just he's a fucking cornball. 100% a fucking cornball. No one's jealous about your fucking money. Nobody's jealous about your money.
No.
You think the niggas who've been in hip hop for before you are jealous about your shit? No. What they're mad about is just the fact of, okay, because I'm not major or whatever like this, I can have a hot sound that hit the street, and the street's fucking loving it. But to get that shit on radio, you won't play it. You'll play this shit.
Yo.
Like, this song's not even fucking hot at all.
Not yet. It just released Friday.
I know it's going to give... The shit had 76 fucking million views.
Yeah.
So I'm not... yeah. But the same thing is, it's like... Everyone who loves... I don't really like people who can't talk hip-hop with me for a reason. If you go on TikTok, people are using his song up like it's motherfucking... like it ain't nothing. The same girls doing these little dances and shit. My thing is, okay, if he wasn't hot, or if he wasn't in your face, you wouldn't have known shit about this dude. You don't follow you don't go listen to hip-hop to listen to hip-hop. No, you have these fake-ass people who want to feel some type of credit, and they'll be like, oh yeah, man, I love Rat Shit. I love fucking Lil Baby. I love fucking Da Baby. Whoa. I like these artists. They like these artists because that's what...
Lil Baby, no. Lil Baby's his...
I haven't listened to him.
Yeah,
I'm going to check him out.
His Lil Baby's music is... good, but he falls in the same category as like Wayne when it comes to autotune. Without autotune,
that would make me completely not listen to it. But again, you have people who say that they love hip hop but don't love hip hop.
Yeah,
you don't love hip hop. You love what you're showing.
Yep.
You love what everybody else is saying is hype. And that's my big thing. I don't listen
you
to
love
whatever.
what Billboard says is what you love.
Exactly. You love what's on the radio because that's what you're constantly listening to. You don't take time. If I tell people about a fucking artist that they should go check out, if I'm like, go listen to a Papoose mixtape.
Or how do you feel about the RTJ4 album?
Who? The who?
Exactly. You don't love hip hop. Run the Jewels, Killer Mike.
Why didn't you just say Run the Jewels?
Because, I mean, at that point, you should know what RTJ4 is. If you like hip hop that much, you should know.
First of all, as a Killer Mike fan, okay, I'm a fan of Killer Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly his earlier stuff, but even like listening now to some of his stuff, I enjoy.
Yeah.
I haven't heard his newest album. I admit that. But I know, but my thing about him is that I've listened to him for years.
Yeah.
So if I miss a project now, I'm not really. What am I? I'm all of a sudden not a fan? No. It's just the fact Killer Mike was killing that shit earlier in the day.
Oh yeah.
But Killer Mike was killing that shit for a long time with Outkast, after Outkast. I already have my opinion on him. I think Killer Mike's dope.
Yeah, I mean Killer Mike in general overall is a dope person, just to the fact one of what he does in his community and also what he can do on the mic.
Yeah, Killer Mike is able to do music, be an activist, do a lot of shit. I fuck with Killer Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my whole thing about this is just the fact of, like you said, if you said to somebody, yo, try out listening to Run the Jewels, they're not going to.
No.
And if they do, off of the first song, if it's something meaningful, if it's something powerful, if it's something that's not telling you, hey, you need to sip this, or hey, I got this money, or hey, if that artist isn't doing that, people will sit there and be like, oh man, that ain't shit, that ain't nothing.
If it's not on the radio, that's the thing. If it's not on the radio, they don't.
Everything on the radio either sounds the same or is about the same.
Yeah.
We like when we first got on, you put on a fucking Papoose shit. That's not going to get radio airplay.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, but it's meaningful. If you tell people to watch it or whatever like this, they'll be like, oh, even if you sit down with somebody and they fucking watch it, what are they going to do? Oh, that's cool. But then are they ever going to play it again?
No.
But no. Six bitch. Whew, almost like that slip. He'll have this. This shit gets 76 million fucking views. Actually, and you know that's a repeat of fucking people listening to this shit.
Let's compare that real quick. So he got 76. Let's see.
You just gave this motherfucker another one.
No, it only counts as one.
76.
76 million views in 2 days. Now, Papoose's stuff has been out, I think
the one joint's been out for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Tribute.
So 100. He's been out for 1 week and has only gotten 164,000 views.
But that is the fake shit to me. It's like, it's incredible that somebody like this can put out something meaningful, something powerful, tell you about something.
Yeah.
But then these kids, and I'm sorry to say, it's not mostly, but you got these kids who are just like, oh, I love hip-hop music. You can't tell me no hip-hop history. You don't fuck with real hip-hop. You sit here and if someone approaches you with an actual dope artist, that's not for you.
No.
What's not for you? It's the same shit. Like, it's these fucking people who chase this fucking shit. It's fucking Hobson do shit.
Yeah.
2.4.
Yeah. Hobson released. Dax released. Unfortunately, I personally can't say unfortunately because I like his style. Kodak released, even though he's in prison.
Tiana Taylor just released.
Yeah, Tiana Taylor. He's upcoming. Gucci released a whole new album.
Gucci got 7.7. I'm not even a fan of Gucci, but
the dude's dead. He still got shit coming out. He's still pulling in 1.1 million, but Papoose can't bring in $1 million.
Pap can't bring in $1 million. Fucking, it's like these top artists who are actually artists, fucking care about lyrics, care about hip hop, make good music. They get no fucking play.
I mean, from Post Malone and Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee of all people, 2.1.
No, is it him? I don't even know who is that a person?
Yeah.
Or is that the name of the song?
No, the name of the person is Tyla Ya, and it's Tommy Lee featuring Post Malone. So,
motherfuckers don't really give a fuck about actual hip hop shit.
no.
You're listening to the radio. You listen to what people play you. You're fake. You're fake to me. That's why I judge people. If I ask you for your top 5, if your top 5 all includes the same fucking people that everybody say,
if it includes the top 20 on the radio,
or if it includes those, yeah. Like if you tell me right now Drake's in your top 5, we can't have a conversation.
I can't be friends with you. I like Drake's
music,
music, but
that Wayne is in your top 5, I'm gonna have to argue with you over it. If you tell me right now that like a nigga like this is on your fucking top 5 and shit like that, even if he ends up as number 5, we have an argument to talk about.
Even though, I mean, with like artists like him, you gotta look at the age range though. Like, because at this point, there's not much music he's put out in the past 2 years since he's been kinda up there in the charts. So you can't put a dude that's only been around in the scene for 2 years, like, I mean, as in like major record label in the scene for 2 years, and say he's in your top 5. You haven't heard anything. He's still his baby
they
face.
Motherfuckers say Juice WRLD is in their top.
No.
Motherfuckers said that when X died, when Triple X died,
No.
Motherfuckers was like, damn, yo, he was such a, that's why, and this is why I don't get when people say this shit. They'll be like, oh man, he was on his way, like I was like,
no, he
motherfuckers say he's a legend. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
No, he wasn't. He isn't. I'm sorry. Rest in peace to him, but bro, you weren't a legend.
None of these motherfuckers, that is out right now, minus only person that will probably go down as legendary will be fucking Drake.
Oh yeah,
and that's because Drake is the number one.
Drake also, like I said, like when we first on episode 1 before we even started airing, the reason Drake is where he is right now is because 1, he has mafia ties. 2, he had Degrassi money. 3, there was nothing like that here in the United States. Dude from Canada comes down, he can rap, he can sing. Other than like what, Tory, Jason, Chris. Who else could... This
is why I don't fucking... And sorry, but fucking even Drake. Drake doesn't even rap enough for me to sit there and be like, oh, Drake's a rapper.
Yeah.
Like, in the early stages, when he was first getting his shine, Drake was rapping. Drake did do some of his songs that was, like, singing and shit. But other than that, I was like, damn, Drake rapping. Drake is actually rapping. You know, that's why people at that time could sit there and be like, oh, Drake's still in... like when people were using that Drake flow and people were like, oh man, that flow was before, you know, I understand that, but at the same time, like Drake was rapping. Now, just because Drake gets on a record and is like, then I get my money, man, trying to get my money, man, boom, boom, and it's like, nigga, fucking rap, fucking give me a rap song, like take all this little harmony shit, like the like I don't want Drake. I want to hear you fucking rap. I miss Drake who fucking rapped.
Yo.
That's why I don't go listen to a new Drake album, because if Drake has 12 songs on it, Drake raps on 3.
Yeah. Or has somebody rap for him.
Yeah. Like
and then he comes in and sings and gets his shit.
Like when Drake and Lil Wayne's joint. Damn, how that shit go? Damn, I forgot that shit.
I got it in my head, but
yeah, well, I forgot how it went. But when him and Wayne did that one where they went back and forth and shit, I was like, Drake killed it, Wayne killed it. I love it.
Yeah.
I played that shit. That shit got so many rotations out of me. But then you come with other shit.
Yo.
That's just like I can't fuck with Drake. I can't fuck with a lot of these rappers today.
Yeah, these quote unquote rappers.
I can't. You know, 6ix9ine probably would have, in my opinion, 6ix9ine could have probably grown to a. Damn, I said his name. Whew, rat shit.
Looks like, guess who's getting some credit from this?
Nigga, I'll cut that shit out. But fuck boy, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if he wasn't the bitch that he is, if he decided to develop his shit and not be so.
And another thing that has me confused on this album, the guy went in front of court and ratted out a lot of Bloods, right?
Yep.
But yet he's still being disrespectful and wearing the colors in his music videos. So, are you still trying to claim to be Blood, or you just like the color red? Like, what the fuck's going on?
No, man. Of course he's still gonna claim the shit. He's still gonna claim the shit, and he's gonna be like, "Yo, well, I was a Blood." Like, no one fucking cares
and
about
you
it.
wasn't. So here on my end, if you want to continue to keep talking about it and keep his bank account full, but this is the last thing I'm going to say. I don't fuck with the dude. I never really did, but Academics came out.
Don't even bring up that bitch.
Oh, I know. Too. But two things. One, Academic whooped his ass. They put a boxing video up. Academic whooped his ass. Two, the Rat and Academics are, they're kind of tight and they talk back and forth. And Academics has a lot, information in his releases and stuff like that. Like, he knew about this whole trolls thing before, the media even knew about it. So apparently, him and Academics were talking, and in the midst of talking about this song, apparently, the Rat is supposed to be collabing with a original OG to the rap game that everybody loves and is got some credibility underneath his belt on the next song.
Who?
I don't know. He won't say. The person that he's collabing with doesn't want anybody to know either. But apparently this is going to be a situation where it might break the internet. People will probably talk about this for a very long time, and the industry might change. I don't know who he's collabing with. I don't know who he has conned. But apparently it's going to blow a lot of people's minds. Now, there's a lot of stipulations that it could be either like Casanova or The Game or Snoop Dogg. It's someone that's been in the rap game for a really long time and has mad street cred. I don't know. I heard it on what was it? Not Complex. The Vulture. They were talking about it with Academics. But yeah. So, do you want to get into this Lil Baby? You want to watch this Lil Baby video, or do you want to talk about an album that I was actually genuinely surprised and super happy about? I
need some happiness.
I've been waiting since 2016, and I thought it was over.
We going with that. Go with that one.
My good old Southern boy from Houston, the Houston Oilers, released an album. Can you guess who?
Paul Wall.
Who?
Paul Wall.
Yes, sir. And I have to say that album is mighty fine. Makes me want to strike up a blunt, chill, get a Cadillac, and just slide on the slab.
You want a blunt?
Not right now. But
I've seen it. I was going to tell you, yo, go listen to it so you can get your ticket.
I was already ready because, see, I follow Paul Wall on, Spotify and stuff like that. So when the artists that I follow, it gives me a notification, hey, this person is about to and has dropped an album. And I was at work on Wednesday, and it popped up on my phone, and I'm like, wait a minute. Did I just read that correctly? I'm like, I ain't heard anything from him since 2016 when he released the Oilers. I was like, wait a minute. Nah, maybe it's just a single. I'm not going to get excited over a single. So I let the day go by on Thursday. I'm like, damn, that's really bugging me. Like, is he really about to drop an album? Who's going to be on the album? I'm searching. I can't find nothing. Finally, Friday hits. June 12th. I'm already excited about the RMR. So that was the first one I went to. That pissed me off. Ruined my morning. I was already mad. The fact that I sat on my forklift for 10 minutes and went through this entire album of RMR went 10 minutes and I was pissed off. I closed it out. I'm like, fuck this. I can't do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not even going to listen to music today. I'm already pissed off that Joe didn't put on, and I'm already pissed off that 85 South Show was late on their update. So my Friday was already ruined at that point. I'm going through the day, and my boy Matt at work, he's like, hey, man, I know you like that southern, like, you know, Texas-style rap. He's like, did you see Paul? I was like, Paul Wall? I was like, damn, I forgot he updated today. So I'm like, all right, let me go listen to the single. I click the album cover. There it is. It ain't even a single. It's a full album. I cut my lift off. I slide my paperwork to the side. I lean my seat back, grab my vape and my Sprite, hit play, smiled for an hour and 43 minutes. Was the happiest motherfucker on the planet Earth. I was genuinely pleased with that album, sir. It was that traditional, what you would call slab talk. It wasn't chopped and screwed. It was the old Paul Wall. Got on there, did what he had to do. He had Pork on there. He had Thug on there. It was good. It was perfect. I will sit here and listen to it again. Right now, that's my favorite album of the year.
Get the fuck out of here.
Mine. This has
I
nothing
know.
to do with you.
I give you shit.
This is what I grew up on.
Let's see. I see Slim Thug is featured on it. Big Pokey is featured on it. Well, it doesn't really have.
Here,
it's Paul Wall and Lil Kiki. Okay, so it's definitely a southern. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I already got it downloaded, sir. I paid for it. I paid the $10 for it. It's mine now.
Okay.
So yes, Slim Thug.
Are you about to torture me right now?
We got Kendall Thomas, real good one. Pokey, obviously Little Kiki.
I kind of want to hear that Switching Lanes.
It's not what you think. It's not like the old Switching Lanes where how it was with Mike Jones. It's a completely different one. Actually, you know what? We gonna have to do it this way because I don't know. My phone is just the audio on it is just weird. Get out of here.
Man, he used to be your favorite artist, man.
He still is one of my favorite artists.
I'm not talking about Paul Wall.
Do I put him in my top 5 or top 10? No.
I'll talk about Rat Shit.
You fucked up.
Hey, man, you the one that used to force that shit up on me.
Oh, well, I did that on purpose, so. You know, I forced just random. I made you listen to the Ant Ward. Come on.
What's wrong with them? I actually like that shit.
They released 2. I don't know. You're not really a fan of them, I don't think. But Flatbush, they released a new album.
I see. I was checking to see if there are any albums that catch my eye. Sitting Sideways was my shit. I can't even be.
Oh yeah, bro.
Sitting Sideways. Swisher House.
Oh,
you just missed it.
No. Oh, there it is. That Slab Talk. I was gonna say, damn, he didn't even put it on YouTube. Oh yeah, bro.
So true.
I used to sit back in my Crown Vic with 412s, ride down Center Square, having a good old time. But we'll go to the one you wanted to hear. Of course, you know.
Fucking commercials.
And no, I ain't paying for YouTube Premium.
I like Big Pokey's voice.
And this almost made me want to go out and buy an old Cadillac. And just cruise.
Better cruise in the shit you got while you got it.
It almost did it to me too.
Boy.
Almost came over here in my baggy jeans, a long tee. Would have fitted. Had some black sunglasses.
But you actually came comfortable today.
I know.
Why he sound different?
He's older.
Please don't say anything about icing your teeth and Bugs Bunny and rabbits.
Oh.
Come on, Pokey. Oh, his voice used to be so much deeper.
This one for the culture, man. Slab game real here.
Oh.
Florida's
finest did something too.
Forges on slingshot. Niggas ballin', boys in they bags. Putting cream out. Sliding by the Prospect Park. Bitches game night. Painted like it's Nicki. Ain't no squeaky cause the frame tight. Crawl down, hit the block. Before I do it, it's the top. Body rocket. Dropping like a pole up inside the car. It's real on these streets I ride on. That's why I got a cop. Twist one, drop the deuce in my juice. Then ride out. Falling out the cockpit. Lunch mix and pound cake. 415s in the trunk to make the ground shake.
Paul Wall definitely had the worst verse.
Yeah, he does, yeah. But now, this is my favorite one. This is I think one of the best songs, I think.
Talking about?
Yeah.
What you talking about? When did we put an M on the end of
Talking
talk?
about.
Yo, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That's an old Southern slang.
Talk of the summer, here come the plumber. I hear piping bitches serving the lumber. I bet they want to talk like me. Hold up, he tripping when he show up on the rise. I advise these guys to put they do up. I'm a killer, serving these haters just like a dealer. Houston, Texas, represent for the city. Ain't nothing realer. That's the boo. I don't feel her. Keep talking, I'm a killer. Yeah, slab never goes to the side. It's in the middle. Talk like me. Fresh days on the stage, for the blick is in my blood, and I thought of so many ways.
Man, I'm too big. I'm talking about love is real. I'm talking about chasing millions. I'm talking about chill, I'm talking about how you feel, keep it trill. I'm talking about how you feel, keep it trill. I'm talking about chill, pop a pill. I'm talking about love is real. I'm talking about chasing millions. I'm talking about man, I'm too real.
I'm a big timer, snowman, ice shiner, the ice blinder, the iceberg rock climber, a hard grinder, slow crawling with a hanger. I'm the ground like a miner, eating late night like a diner. I'm all real, not kinda. The big check sights, I get scratched like vinyl, keep my paper in my binder. No whiner, wavy like an ocean liner, the big slimer, whole 16 pinter, the paper finder, wordsmith, slick grammar, nature not mine, I'm moving silence like a mimer. I'm going back to China if the checks went through, and I'm on QQ, my chauffeur said where to. I got vintage frames on, a spectacular view, flawless diamonds in my grill shine when I chew. Come through with the whole entire iced out crew. When it come to carrots, I got a few. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Man, I'm too big. I'm talking about love is real. I'm talking about chasing millions. I'm talking about chill, I'm talking about how you feel.
Paul Wall's image has changed. He ain't babyface no more. Nigga's got a beard as long as yours. But honestly, bro,
Life in the gas chamber.
that album, like I said, I was thoroughly pleased with that album. That brought back a lot of memories. A lot of fucking memories. But what I was saying, Florida's Finest did something too.
Who the fuck is Florida's Finest?
They remixed a famous song
Who the fuck is
from a
Florida's
famous
Finest?
white boy that everybody listened to back in the day.
Who?
One of my favorite ice creams. And one thing I love to have on my body. Ice.
Don't you fucking play that shit.
Oh, we gonna hear it, buddy. But
Oh my God.
guess who's on it? Another Florida Finest. Your brother. Oh.
Hey, my fucking brother. Nigga, just because two big niggas got a beard don't mean we related. Fuck that shit.
Honestly, I was surprised with this song too.
That ain't Vanilla Sprite.
Yep. Vanilla Sprite.
I walk through the smoke on stage and the girls scream, make them hot, make them melt like ice.
Why did I see a fucking Ninja Turtle?
Because you did.
Marching in a yellow Lamborghini. Been bad bitches keep me on repeat. But I never ride star. Big bop like Young Jock. Ballinism coming down Collins. Big rings, all lies from the robbers. But they know fat boys stay strapped. What they call girls on two rims in a briefcase. Money on time, broke niggas wanna be late. Three shots like I'm D-Wade. 20 deep up and tissy like a BJ. Game of Thrones, I'm a king. Burger Sprite, I'm on lean. 4 Giotto on the team, nigga. 9 digits, not a dream. Niggas boss on the block, me. Baddest bitches wanna top me. Counterfeit bills, not me. Chicas know to call me Poppy. 100 bands I go down with. $500,000 I have fun with. Bet Bell Harbor, let's shop. Pump white Rolls Royce, no top.
This is a little something that you need to know. How I went for look on the 4 Giotto blow. Used to get picked on, cause my people had dough. Now I got it on my own, I've been slating the show. Used to be the black sheep of my fam. I let the past in the past and I let that shit go. I remember when I used to keep my bill real low. Had a boss up on 'em, so I let my shit go. Had a boss up on 'em when they got me a ghost. Now I'm lying, but for real, that's my number one goal. That's the reason why I rap, so you can keep the blacks. I just need it all right, like the rums the man. Living that track, born on my track. It's music where I try to get low, I need a buzz.
Yo, I need that Ninja Turtle outfit.
Yeah.
So I still got them. Fancy books, candy tracks, so I still pop them. Platinum rose, lace with facts, so I still drop them. Your favorite rapper, Ray the Ice, so I still top them. Got a sold out world tour, no stopping. Run to Tiffany, do a little shopping, huh? Like to go fast anywhere, Lamborghini. Back to night rider, good times, I dream a genie. Electrifying red carpet, y'all know. Call me Madden, cause my game is rocking them shows. The industry should call me Stomp, I'm stepping on their toes. Build another crib by the ocean, I suppose. This ain't no dream, cause I get it how I live, I stop. That's how it goes. Living that track, born on my track. If you was where I try to get low, I need a buzz. Stretching that lane, born on my track. If you was where I try to get right to you, I need a buzz.
Well, sir, your mind looks like it's a little bit of blown. But you mind picking it up off the floor?
I will say, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Looks like it gave you goosebumps.
Do I got goosebumps? Nah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do. I do. No, I am. My shocking part about this whole video is I don't care what anyone says. Whether you respect them or you don't respect them, Vanilla Ice had a flow.
Yeah.
I'm more shocked of a person who hasn't been doing music to jump on it, and he did very well.
Yeah.
That's my biggest shock. He's been away from it for so long,
Yo.
and he killed it,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Like, it wasn't incredible, but it was like, damn, okay, you still got your skills level's still there. That's straight. Ross does Ross, and Ross actually, I didn't think that he would, at the beginning of hearing how the beat went, I felt like the beat was a little too fast for Ross, but he actually went pretty nicely with it.
And I think Forgiato fits perfect on this song.
He did. I wish his voice was a little deeper, but
Not really, because if it was a little bit deeper, then you would have had that. It would have just been one tone all the way through the song. So you had to have somebody in there with a higher pitch to kind of throw it off.
And to me, it did throw it off,
But in a good way.
I think I like it. I do like it. I do fucking like it. I am still very shocked that Ice was able to. That's my most shocking moment.
Yeah.
Ross, I like what Ross does. Forgiato killed it. I liked his verse, but it's Ice where it's like, holy shit, Ice, you still can keep up with yourself back then. Much props.
I've got someone else that I want you to check out. But in the means of me finding that video, which it won't take long, I want you. So we've covered a couple things in mine. Let's go ahead and see about some things in yours before we get back into the last little bit of music that I wanted to show you.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me something off your little segment that we can talk about.
Beyonce and Black Panther. You mad or not?
Not really. I think me personally, I would have been a little bit more upset if, like, she would have joined the Hinduru group. And because, with that being said, me personally, I don't think Hinduru is someone or some organization we really want pushing the BLM movement. Because at that point, so I'm going to end there because what I'm going to continue to say leads into another segment that I want to talk about on certain views on how you view how it is. So, no, I'm not mad. I'm not mad that she's...
I am.
Why?
Beyonce, in my opinion, I don't want to see her in a Marvel movie. Not because of her she's going to be in Black Panther.
I took that the wrong way. Okay.
Beyonce is going to be in Black
Panther 2.
Beyonce is going to be in Black Panther 2. I hope it's not a character that I fall in love with.
I hope with that, and I hope she's not replacing the other chick that plays Black Panther's sister.
No, that girl's not getting replaced. My big problem with this shit, oh my god.
I want you to check these guys out.
My big problem with this shit is just the fact of who Beyonce is.
Yes.
Now, everyone knows when you get a Marvel movie, we tend to get very close with the characters, and we don't want a character that we really like
and they die.
Have to be not just die or have to be replaced.
Yeah.
Now, if you go back to the first Iron Man movie, and we saw the dude from Empire supposed to be Rhodey, and then in part 2, you got Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
I did like Don Cheadle playing the guy, but it's like Beyonce. Think about Beyonce's schedule.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Are you going to be like if Beyonce up and says, "Oh, I want to do an album now"? We know with Marvel, you usually sign on for a lot of fucking movies, whether the reprise roles come up in the next one just for a few scenes, whatever. But now we're going to get Beyonce, Miss. I might decide to do a tour.
Is she giving up her music career? Because honestly, if you think about it, it would be a smart idea on her part. She's got Hove. Hove's in the music industry. He's never leaving. So she will always have her foot and an area to fall back on if the acting does not follow through with Marvel.
Can you think of one movie where you're really like, oh my God, I love Beyonce in this movie?
I've honestly never really watched it. I can think of with.
Did you care about the new Lion King movie?
I don't support those.
No.
Why remake something that's already good?
Because it's making
it worse.
Not all of them.
Yes.
Not all of them.
Yes.
You don't get this. You don't get the same feeling like you got as a kid. But I've enjoyed some of them.
That these new Lion King movies will not make me cry like the first one did.
Of course not.
Then I'm not going to watch them. If it's not better than the first one, I'm not watching it.
Here's my thing. We watched The Lion King. Me and her both didn't like it. Even though it's damn near exactly the fucking same, scene from scene. Me and my girl, we hated it.
Yes.
I would not go watch it again.
No.
Now, her and Dreamgirls. Dreamgirls, as big of a movie as it was. First of all,
Never heard of it.
Damn, bro, you need to get more into your black self. But Dreamgirls was a big movie. It starred Beyonce, Jennifer Hudson, Jamie Foxx. It also had Eddie Murphy. It had the other lady in it. And the big problem was Beyonce doesn't even... I would care less if Beyonce was in a fucking movie. Because Jennifer Hudson took over that fucking movie.
You can't blame that on Beyonce because that's at that point that stands at the director's standpoint or the writer's standpoint.
Beyonce, if she has a small role, I can see Beyonce in small roles. Even Beyonce in Carmen, the hip-hop story. I could give two fucks about... it was cool back then because it's like, oh, Beyonce's cute, blah, blah, blah. The story, to me, was not good because of Beyonce. Dreamgirls was not good because of Beyonce. Lion King, even as shitty as it was, did no better that it had Beyonce.
No.
Cadillac Records, I think is the movie. It's another record movie. But it's like, it wasn't good because Beyonce was in it. Everybody else seems to be able to do better than Beyonce.
Do you know what casting role she got?
Huh?
Do you know what casting role
No one knows yet.
Okay, so who's to say that she just doesn't have a role is either just like a appearance or they're introducing an all-female tribe?
This is my thing. If it's a small role, I'm with it. Mm-hmm. I'm with it if it's a small role. I don't want her to be such as... I know somebody online did a Photoshop or they did a photo as her as Storm. No fucking way I want you as Storm.
Absolutely not.
Storm is too big of a role that a lot of people are going to get attached to.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want her as a big role.
Because, for example, right, speaking on Vanilla Ice, right, he was just recently in a Netflix original. But it wasn't a big role, so it worked out really well, which is called The Wrong Missy. He was only in there for like 2 or 3 minutes, but he played that role perfect. Now, if he was in that movie the entire time, it would have ruined the movie. So I get where you're coming from, but let's wait to talk about that until the entire information is out there, until they release a trailer to see what role she plays.
My biggest thing is this. Like, if you want to make her a character that's going to die off, I'm cool.
Yeah.
If you want to make like a character that's not meaningful to the movie, I'm cool with that. That's the same thing as in Black Panther, the first one, his girl, the girl that he was in a relationship with. If she doesn't come back in the movie, though she did a good job in that movie, I'm not going to be mad if she doesn't return because I'm ready for the Storm in Black Panther role.
Yeah.
I don't want this to be where Beyonce gets a role that we care about.
Yeah.
I don't want, again, using Storm. I don't want Beyonce to be Storm because I seriously doubt Beyonce's going to keep on a schedule to be like, okay, we need Beyonce for Storm. Okay, now Storm, we need Storm to be in the new X, to be a part of Avengers, or to be in the new X-Men movie. And this, because you think that she's going to play 20 years of fucking Storm? No. My point. The same thing we felt about fucking Wolverine. Everyone loved Wolverine. No one wants to see a new Wolverine at this point.
Yeah.
We loved him too much as a character. Yep. I don't want to see anybody else play fucking Deadpool.
No,
I don't want to see anybody else play fucking Captain America.
No.
Robert Downey Jr. Do we really want to see someone play fucking Iron Man right now?
I don't think they're gonna bring back Iron Man.
But he's coming back. It might not be for the official full-on Iron Man movie, but he's coming back. But that's my biggest thing about it. It's just the fact of I don't want her to have a role of a Marvel character that I care about that's just going to fucking kill me when she can't do it because she decides, okay, she wants to make music and she wants to go on tour. Now she can't fulfill her duties. That's why I'm like, am I mad about it? Yes. I don't know her character yet. I'm just hoping that it's not a big character.
Do we have to wait till 2022 to get this?
What?
Black Panther 2.
Yeah, nigga, it's 2020. Them niggas ain't filming shit right now.
Oh my god.
Everything's fucked up.
Oh, 2 days ago.
What? It's rumored.
Beyonce as Storm.
It's
Black
rumored.
Panther 2.
It's rumored. I don't want that to fucking happen. She will make a horrible fucking Storm.
Because it says right here, Beyonce as Storm in Black Panther 2, ? Marvel fans aren't too keen.
Nope. I don't want her in this fucking... I don't want her as Storm.
No.
If she's a side character, someone that I don't have to put all my heart into because I'm a Marvel geek, I don't want Storm.
1 day ago, published Beyonce as Storm. Beyonce makes an appearance as Storm. Oh, God, no.
Right now, apparently, it's really not said. I know there's rumors. But at this point, no. Am I going to go see it? Of course I'm going to fucking go see it.
It's a Marvel movie.
But I don't want Beyonce as Storm. I don't want Beyonce as any character I really fucking care about. Because all that fucking does, and yes, even in Iron Man, they took a risk when they had to switch around for War Machine.
Yeah.
And luckily it worked out. But War Machine is a side character.
So wait, the protagonist is what? Who? An Aqua dude?
Namor?
Yeah, Namor.
I heard they're supposed to be bringing him to the MCU.
Or wait, I forget this dude's name. Is it Dr. Doom or Doom?
That is
the green dude.
Yeah, that's Doom.
So Doom's going to be in. This is their daybreak on Doom in the Marvel universe.
Maybe, because I don't think that's an official. But
well, they're calling it Black Panther 2 Kings
because it would be Black Panther as being the king.
Yeah.
And then Namor is supposed to be the king of the seas.
So are they fighting Doom?
Apparently, it's rumored they're fighting each other. Because Namor in comic books he's a mutant, but he's a good guy, but yet he's a bad guy.
Yeah. Like,
he really only gives a fuck about his shit.
Yeah.
But he's also been a part of fucking, like, the X-Men and shit like that, so...
So, okay, here's the last video I wanted you to watch when it comes to music. I feel like this could be us when we get older.
I've kind of seen some parts of this. I've never watched the whole thing.
Yeah. And they say this is true. Like they both got caught in a Dunkin' Donuts bathroom making an EP.
Frank 75 and Maury 92, but not before recording a 6-track EP.
Yeah, Frank and Maury. Keep your mouth shut. Watch your tongue, I put it in the George Foreman. You ain't never robbed the store, guess your life's boring. Think liquor, that Patron, yeah, my wife's pouring. Pretty women in my phone, cause I'm quite gorgeous. I got a pretty face, but I still take your things from your living space. I'm on a dinner date, but I still smack your face with a dinner plate. Freaking skating on the block, sonny. Got a split, triple flip like I'm John Curry. It's not funny, I run your pocket, son. Got a tool, I'm a fool with the shiny gun. Ooh, 3 in the morning, I'm making big moves. What a life story. Cows on and the cannons fight. I'm off my damn noodle, and I'm down to fight. Bow, bow, run a man down. Hit him with the bingy and the sticky on the bow. Bow, bow, run a man down. Hit him with the bingy and the sticky on the bow. Bow, bow, run a man down. Hit him with the bingy and the sticky on the bow. Bow, bow, run a man down. Hit him with the bingy
Oh my God.
on the bow. Say hello to your mother for me. Dodged the last charge, but I got another on me. And keep my name out your damn mouth. Drop the kids at the pool at the clam house. You soft, I stuck you like a cigarette. Never had a day job, but I got a bigger check. Dripping wet chain like a fishing net. Do a little dance in the rain with pirouette. Posted at the corner store, hot soup. Hit you with the lighter, what you running for? Blue lights wildin', who you think they coming for? I'm down to do a couple years if it's popping off. Slap you down like a pepper steak. Leave you laying in the gun and let you marinate. Take the scales with the counterweight. Slap my ticket on the counter, baby, validate. Bow, bow, run a man down. Hit him with the bingy and the sticky on the bow. Bow, bow, run a man down. Hit him with the bingy and the sticky on the bow. Bow, bow, run a man down. Hit him with the bingy and the sticky on the bow. Bow, bow.
React.
I feel 100% on this subject. I feel like Lonely Island wrote this song for these fucking people. I don't think it's actually.
That's them rapping.
I don't want. I can't believe it.
Yes, I went through. I went on World Star, went to their thing, and it showed. You know, they're showing behind the scenes of it and them in the studio. That's really their voices. That's them rapping that. Of course, you know, there's a lot of, you know, auto-tune and compression and all the other engineering type shit, but that's really them.
I give credit to them. It's funny,
and
it's
the even funnier part about this. People have caught them on the streets. That's how they fucking act. That's who they are. They're best friends in real life, and that's this photo here is how they act in real life. These are some thug ass old men.
That nigga said, "I'll hit you in your face with a dinner plate." Yeah, this shit is fucking funny, and I mean, much props to him, but it's just like it wasn't bad at all.
No, it's not bad, but it's just like it's nothing you're gonna take serious. Like, like shit, like they just dropped and like, this shit's hard. Like, no, it's just funny.
I'm definitely not going to take this shit seriously. I take it just as Lonely Island raps.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I fuck with Lonely Island. Like they made some dope shit before. They made some dope shit that I fuck with. It's funny.
Their other one, this one here, Money Talks, is pretty fucking funny too. But we're not gonna listen to that.
Oh man.
But yeah, that shit's fucking great. Like, it's great. I stumbled upon that on World Star last night while taking a dump. I was like, I gotta share this on the podcast.
I've seen it like on there, and I've seen people have like highlights, but I've never like watched the whole thing because I'm just like, I can't. I take hip hop a little bit too seriously.
Yeah. I'll let this play in the background so you can just get a rough idea. But alright, so let's move on. So now what I was saying, because I thought you meant as in like the organization Black Panthers. I thought they were making a decent comeback when you said about Beyonce being part of them.
Oh no!
So
she
and
wouldn't do that shit.
that was leading into another segment that I wanted to touch on, which I've got a couple things here that kind of all tie together. You know, have you been paying attention to what's happening in Seattle on the 3 blocks? The 3 blocks of freedom. So in Seattle, their people got together and they sectioned off 3 blocks worth of a little neighborhood. There's no walls there. They took over the police station. The police left, all quit their jobs. And they're turning this police station into like a recreational center for this 3 blocks. And they're planning on expanding. So they went through the city, got like barriers and shit, blocked off 3 blocks. And at each entrance in this little area, this DZ is, I think they're calling it anonymous zone. They're armed guards, armed civilians, people that have quit their 9-to-5 jobs to sit there to physically defend from anyone of, like, you know, military, police, or anyone coming in to cause harm. There's no walls. People are doing whatever they want. Actually, I think I might be able to bring the video up. We'll get to this song later. We might talk about that in the next podcast. But,
You are now entering Free Cap Hill.
yes, there it is. Now, through the political grapevine, you know, there is rumors going around saying Seattle, Minneapolis, and some parts of New York may become the first states, well, definitely Seattle and, well, just in general, that city there will become the first city and first state to be lawless, completely governed and policed by their own people. My next question, with that, you seeing that, how do you feel about that? How would you feel living in a world like that?
In a world?
Yeah. Well, a state that has no law, policed by its own people. You are free to do whatever you want, as basically as the Constitution states. You are a free man. If you wanted to go kill your next door neighbor because he did something, you could go do that. But remember, for every action, there is a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
How would you be willing to live in a world like that?
I don't think it would ever get like that.
You don't?
No.
I do.
History? Can I bring these people? Rajneesh.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry if I fuck it up and you still believe that. They basically, I think this was in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they took over a plot of land, legally paid for. Plot of land. They had their belief. Animals that moved away from that area started coming back.
Mm-hmm.
The water got clean. Pretty much, they were just living their life, doing what they were self-caring, they were self-growing food,
Mm-hmm.
farming. They had their own belief. Yeah, they had fucking, I guess, orgies and shit or whatever like that, but they basically were living a life as similar as that. What happened?
Government came in and shut them down.
Yep.
Yes. Now, so look at this point. Say That was a couple hundred people that did that, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now put it in perspective. 10, 20, 30,000 people are wanting that lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think it's possible?
No.
I do. Now, here's my next thing. Which, I mean, you didn't answer my question on how you feel of living in that. But
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll answer that in a second.
have you ever played the game Division?
No.
Okay, so Division is a game that is basically based, it came out, I think, 2018, 2017.
Like about 2 years ago. 2-3 years ago.
We're pretty much living that to a degree. Like, to the T.
I think I kind of know what you mean of that situation.
From the first Division, I mean, it doesn't really state besides in the monologue. The U.S. entered a war, which we almost entered a war with North Korea and about wiped us out. Following that war was a pandemic, a mysterious virus that was killing people, that was being dispersed through money. Okay, I understand that the little pandemic that we were in or are in isn't dispersed by money. It's, it's a viral thing, so it's through air, by touching stuff, so forth. Following that pandemic was the segregation of cities. People taking over their city because of things that the game never really said, but taking over, sectioning off. There's no law, martial law put in place. Now, I personally feel like that game is training people has trained people to be comfortable in that lifestyle because of the bigger plan. These games that these quote-unquote creators are coming out with are training people, normal people like you, me, your girl, my parents, to accept that style of lifestyle, to make it okay to live in a lifestyle like that. So there's another thing that I want to touch on, that people need to be a little bit more aware of what's going on around and pay attention to these different organizations that are pushing this different movement. So, but go ahead and give me your thought on living in a lifestyle like that. No laws, martial law, basically.
Basically, so going off of what they're saying and what they're trying to do.
And while you're doing that, I'm gonna try to find this other one.
It's saying that basically the people will police people. Now, here's my biggest thing. Everything in this world that we're used to, that human beings have, it runs in animals, it runs in humans. Of everyone always putting a leader in charge. We do it already. We do it already. Only thing is that I believe that now we're so many people are blinded to everything that's going on because a lot of people don't know what's going on. So, not many people understand taxes. Not many people understand this shit. Why our money's being taken? All we know is it goes to the government, so the government makes their money, and so we can fund our militaries, we can fund whatever, blah, 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 all that shit. Now, if you take that and you take that with, let's say, Seattle. Let's say Seattle is able to make it to where they run everything in their area. Down the line, you put someone in charge. The reason why this world is corrupt as it is because mostly everyone believes that they want to be better than the next person. That makes no difference in government. That makes no difference in anything else. Someone wants to be the top dog. Not everyone can sit here and be like, look, no, man, let's help each other out. Let's be equal, which is the most fucked up bullshit to me. Because if we were all equal, life would be fine. But the fact is that people get to the point where they're just like, oh, well, this guy's doing this, or he's not doing as much of this as I'm doing this. If it was equal fucking work and the policing was right, and I mean everyone really came to the point of this is what we need to work on. The problem is we can't come together. We're fighting now, like for fucking just to say Black Lives Matter. Mm-hmm. So to believe that you have a whole state that decided to stay to themselves, that's going to police themselves, I don't think that is possible, because at the same time, you have to get rid of the whole fact of everyone working up to a certain point. You have to limit people on understanding.
I don't think it couldn't work. I do believe it would work, but you'd start seeing different types of activity in those states. People would move there just to be able to do certain things.
And fuck it up.
It's in human nature we're parasites. So we invade a certain area, we destroy that area, and we move on. With that being said, I think it will turn into more or less of I would say I wouldn't say a murder capital, but more or less of a dump site at that point. So you would not. I mean, not this isn't including the people that are there, but like it would just make it. So just say Seattle was the first state to do that. The government would automatically have to step in and set certain regulations or certain guidelines of visiting or being able to move there, or gaining access to that area, so forth. The government
would have to do two things. One, the government would which would not happen in my opinion, is to let these people police themselves, let them run their land. That's not going to happen, because that's taking money from the government. But the government will go to fucking war.
They will.
Against themselves.
They will.
It will just be a civil war.
Yes, I agree 100%. It would be a civil war, but at the same time, the government's also going to look at it from the standpoint, it's going to cost us X amount of dollars to go in, send our military in, fight these people, clean this mess up, and still turn around and rebuild it. Or we could give them what they want for the meantime, let them hang themselves, then come in, clean the mess up. We never had to send our military in. We never had to, keep paying the police that are there to do that. It's easier to take those police, give them some sort of, initiative bonus, relocate them to another state that has this, that is not basically falling apart. Let them do their job there. Let those people in that state pretty much give them enough rope to hang themselves. Let them wipe themselves out. Let the ones that don't want to deal with it move to different states. Then they come in. Then that's what it's the same thing they did with the black community. We give you what you want. Black Wall Street, it's yours. Build it up. Started doing really well. Guess what?
Destroyed it.
There's not many of you there. We come in, we take it. Now we have all that. You built that, we have it. So it's either going to go one of two ways. The people that stay in Seattle are going to build it up and make it a damn good place, or they're going to destroy it.
But here's the question.
And that's where they come in.
Here's the question. We're talking about Seattle, Seattle, Washington. One, if that happens, and these people continue, and this lifestyle continues, now what's going to happen? These people have to take people away from their jobs to be able to be a militia.
Yeah.
So now you take that. Now these companies that are in there, they're going to move away from that.
Yeah.
So that means now these people have to come together on how to be able to get food and how to.
They're already doing that.
I'm just saying, but they're going to have to grow food. They're going to have to farm. They're going to have to do everything possible to take care of this shit. Now, here's the reason why. You're right. The government, I don't think the government will allow that to continue if it gets
Trump
too
will
big.
Not allow that because there's
anybody.
No, I will argue
Hold on.
that.
Let me say this. Any president is not going to let that happen, and the government underneath them is not going to allow that to happen, because at the same time, who funds the president besides us? These fucking companies do. Now, if you say, for example, let's make an example out of Texas. Okay, if Texas decided to do that, you think that the president's going to allow it? The president and the government's going to allow it to happen? Because what comes from that? Oil refineries. Yeah. They're not going to take that away. You're slowing up my money. It's the same thing as if you're a big drug dealer and there's somebody that's on the block making sales, taking up your money.
But what's in Seattle?
What's in Seattle?
What's in Seattle?
Trees.
That the government really benefits from. What's in Seattle? That's going to give them the motivation to come in there to take it back.
I would say farming's a big deal in Seattle.
Our farming isn't big anymore. Agriculture is not big in the United States.
I'm
There's
just
farms
saying that's
dying off every day.
Yeah, there are. Because, I mean, you can't... That's the thing. Yeah, they're dying off. Only thing that's happening is when they die off, like you're saying, and it's the same kind of way you're saying, when they die off, or when a fucking farmer can't afford shit, what do? They have to basically sign on to a company just to even kind of make anything out of their life. And yes, the same thing as you're saying, like, yeah, we can let these people do it, kind of hang themselves, and then we can come in and then take over again, blah, 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 and spend less money. But the whole fact of the matter I'm saying is the biggest part about it, there's something in Seattle, I can't really say. I think farming is big, maybe getting trees out of there for shit, paper routes, I don't know. But what I'm saying is whatever is in Seattle to keep Washington, period, as a state, to keep Washington functioning, because Washington is known for having trees, and I'm pretty sure we cut fucking trees down from there. But it's just the fact of slowing money.
What if I told you the mayor and the governor are both on board of these people doing this?
Doesn't matter.
What if
if anything, then I feel like they have side opinions.
What if I told you the national defense general is on their side of doing this? He's tired of what's going on. What if I told you that numerous officials in the government have petitioned to keep this going?
What's the point? It doesn't matter. Petition all the fuck you want. For God's sakes. We as a people have the power to get this fucker out of fucking office.
What if I also told you numerous government officials have quit their jobs because they're trying to force them to stop this?
Doesn't matter. You put someone... It's fucking the president. You put someone in that you feel or that has your belief, you put them into that position.
Civil war.
Basically, that's what it's
going to lead to.
That's what I've been saying. It's not going to be. Oh, we're going to let them do it. No, you're slowing up our money coming from this area. So yes, we're going to do it because that's going to keep money flowing. That's what I'm saying. It's going to end up being a civil war. Now, yeah, I mean, the North versus the fucking South. It's already happened before. We wouldn't be shocked about it. The South didn't want fucking things to change. They wanted to keep things the way they wanted it. And they went to war with the North about it. It's nothing fucking new.
No.
All I'm saying in this point is that as pretty as it might sound, oh my God, we can, if we came together to make our lives equal and everyone's profiting or everyone's doing fine. We have too many people who are selfish. We know somebody right now that looks down on jobs that we would do. We know someone right now that would not want to live in this place and have the same kind of place as everybody else. People want better. Mm-hmm. People don't want this. Rich people don't want to be just like anyone else.
So, are you for what they're doing or against what they're doing?
God, I would say I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle.
You can't be.
I am.
You can't be because so
I don't want to say I'm against it because, like, truthfully, I would be for it if people had the mind frame to be like, look, no one needs to be better than anyone else. if we came together and we built together,
that's not what they're doing. They're not thinking that they're better than anybody else. They're just tired of the corruption in between.
But that's what I'm saying.
And government officials.
But what I'm saying is that for that to work, for people to be able to police people and to be fine with being, people would have to be fine with being equal.
Honestly, when it comes to the police, people policing the people, this history rewriting it, not rewriting, but repeating itself. Because, I mean, once again, why do you think gangs were reformed? Gangs were formed to police the communities, to protect their communities.
Yes.
This exact same thing that's happening right now.
Yes.
Newer gangs are being formed to protect their communities, even if they, like I said, if they've already disbanded the police in Seattle. So there are, that area. There's no police that come. You, 911, we're sending our prayers to you. That's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
So now you have to form a gang or a militia to protect your people around, which, like this video here, is what these people are doing in Minneapolis as of now. There is a small group of all African American that have came together to protect their community.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you see, they're defending it. Now, before we even get into this,
do you think, to go to that, again, like I'm saying, I'm for it, but I'm against it, because at the same time, if people had the mentality of wanting to be equal, if people were fine with being equal people, if people were fine with the fact of, we got people bitching that when McDonald's people were like, look, 15 an hour, 15 an hour, 15 an hour. You flip burgers. You don't deserve 15 an hour. A cashier, you just scan stuff. 15 an hour. If everybody made 15 an hour, everyone would be fine.
So
if everyone was equal and can understand being equal,
so you're a socialist.
I'm all about the people.
Socialism is not about the people.
I'm about the people.
Socialism is equal for everyone. Same thing as capitalism.
I'm equal for them. Yeah, I'm equal for
capitalism.
everyone.
It's equal for everybody. Everybody earns the same amount, but there is a mad stipulation on that.
Okay, what is it?
The government has full control over you. It does now.
I'm not saying that the government should tell me that.
But this has to happen before what you want happens.
But what I'm saying is that I'm not saying like the government has to tell me, hey, you can only work this position. No, I feel like if you love being a doctor, if you fucking love being a doctor, if you love being a vet, if you love cooking.
Other than the few small businesses that are like that, because I know of a few. There's a doctor's office now that I know of right now. You can go, doesn't matter if you have insurance or not. You pay $50. If he's a licensed doctor, you pay $50. He will sit with you and talk with you for however long. He will do whatever you need to get done. $50.
But my whole thing again is just the fact of, okay, if the title, people feel like they're titled and want to feel titled, it's stupid to me.
Yeah.
Okay, why you think right now everyone, like, do I care do I think that a doctor is better than this person that does construction? Do I think this construction guy is better than the people who are driving trucks around? No. Truthfully, they're all doing something.
Yeah, that's a job that has to be done to keep America flowing.
Exactly. But the whole point is just the fact of, okay, and people feel entitled. People like to be labeled so they can see themselves as being better.
Yeah, I get that
I
aspect.
am more to the point of if things are affordable, and we're making a certain pay, and everyone's making a certain pay, cool. I don't care. I don't really give a fuck about someone driving a goddamn fucking expensive fucking Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Okay? Do I love my car? Yeah, I love my car. If everyone had a Dodge, would I really give a fuck? No. I like what I got. I'm cool with what I have. I see people I would judge them, but I wouldn't be mad about it.
Yeah, you would.
No.
Yes. Why does everybody have to drive a Charger? Charger's my favorite car. That's exactly what you
said. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that, Like, I don't feel like I'm not flashy. I don't really give a fuck about expensive things.
I'm gonna not challenge, but I'm going to rebuttal on you the I don't know how to put it, but you saying what your stand on, like, just the people. I'm gonna put this in a different analogy for you, right? Because you brought up the whole charger thing. You say you don't care, and I don't want to say you don't think you're better, but you look at someone a different way. When you show up at a car meet, Chargers and Mustangs and American Muscle everywhere, but the first motherfucker to show up in a Honda, what do?
I shit talk it.
You judge it.
I shit talk it.
You judge it.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
I shit talk it for this reason. And like I said before to you, also to kind of combat that, I might not personally like Hondas, but my appreciation to people who actually work and build on their car, such as you tried, and anyone else that goes out there and actually really tries to build on their car, that's a respect level. You worked hard to build on your car, or you worked hard to get money for someone to build on your car. I won't take away someone's build. But when you have...
But at the end of the day, it's still a Honda. In quotes of Andrew Moss.
No, I'm not going to go that far. I'm going to go as far as the drivers who put a fucking fart can on his shit, and then they want to line up next to me, and then they're like,
you're still putting it. You're proving what the point I'm getting at with that whole theory. They pull up next to you in a Honda just because they have a fart can. That's what they're building. Maybe that's all they could afford at the time.
Is it really that they all can afford at the time? Most of them.
Yeah.
So all these guys that we see out there with the expensive J's or some kind of designer fucking shit.
Listen, just because their priorities are not straight, but that's all they can afford.
If your priorities aren't straight, just because your priorities aren't straight and you spend money on something else rather than something else, doesn't mean that you don't have the money to get it. If I have a closet full of fucking J's.
Put yourself in that situation.
Hold on. If I have a closet full of fucking J's, what is the let's say J's are a pair of $300. I'm gonna just say 300 J's, $300 fucking dollars for one pair. You have people. My cousin, okay, she had J's and she was trying to sell them to fucking make money because she was out of money. Now, if she has, let's say, 20 pairs of J's like some fucking retarded people have, I don't feel like doing the math. I'm pretty sure that's $6,000, in my opinion. $6,000 you spent on that, but then your car but then you're flashy on that, but then your car's fucked. You've had the money to get you something better. You chose not to. That's your deal.
Okay. Put yourself in their situation.
Okay. I would drive a fucking Honda.
No, not even that. You could still keep the Charger. Okay. Put yourself in their situation. Now, I wouldn't say you would rather, but you've invested more into camera and podcast equipment, right?
Yes.
Versus
I wouldn't say more, but I invested into this shit.
Yes.
Not more than my fucking car.
Other than the things to keep it running, the essential things, what have you invested in your car to make it, appealing to you?
Appealing to me?
Or anybody else? I know you don't care about anybody else's
opinion. Yeah, I don't really care about
I'm just saying.
I don't care about anybody else.
What was your number one go-to, I wouldn't say excuse, but number one reason on why you don't buy these parts? Or haven't bought these parts?
Investing them into something else.
No. You don't have the what?
The money?
No.
The what?
The knowledge of these parts.
Okay.
So how do you know that person with that is pulling up next to you, not Honda, just a fart can and an intake? Maybe they don't have the knowledge of what they're trying to do with their car. Maybe that's what they think is what makes their car fast, is putting an exhaust and an intake on. Or
maybe they follow trends.
Not
like most people do.
Not necessarily.
You go to a car show. And I look at it.
The
it's the same way. It's the same way you felt as soon as like you got a 300.
Mm-hmm.
When you got that 300 and you started seeing people with 300s, you got to the point like, man, now more people are trying to get 300s.
Yeah.
Or like the CTS. More people are trying to get those now.
Yeah.
I don't follow trends of people.
I'm not saying that you follow trends.
But that's what most people do. It's the same thing we just talked about when it came to hip hop music. People see and people
trends.
get. People, it's a trend.
Eliminate
People
the
see
trend.
and people will go get.
I understand that.
I
Eliminate
can
the
tell you
trend.
right now. You know this.
I know.
That charger, I was not looking to get that charger. I fell in love with that charger when I got that charger.
You were looking to get a Mustang.
Exactly. Only thing at the time I wanted, I wanted a V6, and at that time I wanted a V6 Mustang.
We probably would have never been friends.
Huh?
We probably would have never been friends.
But you get what I'm saying. But you get what I'm saying. Like, I didn't go out, and no one said when I started liking Mustangs. I didn't like Mustangs because I was around people and people had Mustangs. I was like, I love the look of that car. I like the sound of that car. I seen people driving past me. No knowledge. Didn't have any friends with the fucking Mustang.
You like the way the V6 Mustang sound?
No, I admit because I didn't.
You heard that, right?
No, because I didn't have knowledge on shit. I'll say when it came to it, when I first was looking at a Mustang, yeah, like I heard the roars of like V8 ones and stuff, but in my mind, I never really understood engines or really cared to think about engines. To me, it was like, oh, it's a Mustang. It must go fast. It's a Mustang because other Mustangs are fast. So this Mustang, whether it's a V6, I thought that in my opinion before I got the knowledge on it. But the whole fact was, it's just like, I seen a car. It looked beautiful to me. It sounded loud. I loved that part about it. And then I'm like, I want to save gas. I'll get a V6. Went to go see one. And I was like, first of all, it didn't fit right. I sat in a fucking Camaro. Didn't fit right. But I got in my Charger. And everything felt right. I felt like I had enough space. I took that shit on the road. That shit was burning tire as soon as I stepped on the pedal a little bit. I fell in love with my car because I didn't follow anyone else. I fell in love with hip-hop because I didn't follow anyone else. People, if you know me, you know I'm not flashy about shit. You know I don't follow most people and shit. Anthony, my brother, introduced me to... I'll say he introduced me to DMX. Mm-hmm. So I'm listening to DMX. I enjoyed. I loved DMX. When it came to the whole Rough Riders, I was the one getting the CDs, buying their other CDs, and checking out every artist.
So does that make you feel better than someone that follows trends?
It makes me feel like I'm my own person.
So it makes you feel better.
I'm not going to say it makes me feel better. I'm going to say it makes me feel like my own person. I don't feel like, okay, that someone... I don't feel like I have to have someone tell me to like something or have to push something on me to like something.
So you're better than that.
I'm not saying I'm better. I don't think I'm better than anyone. Who do I say? Now, rap-wise, we're different. Rap-wise, I'll say I'm better than a lot of motherfuckers. But that's because I put work into my shit.
Okay. Point proven.
What's the point that was proven?
You can't sit here and say that you do not feel... I don't know how you worded it, but basically you said you don't understand, or I forget what you said, but being better than somebody. Following trends. You followed trends.
I don't follow trends.
You did.
When?
You followed trends to get you to where you are now.
When did I follow a trend?
Your brother set you on the trend with the DMX. You jumped on that trend.
No, I didn't jump on that trend. Not because of him. Anthony,
you would have never known. Well,
Anthony
you would have figured it out later in life.
This is how it is. Because growing up, me and Anthony weren't close.
No,
we weren't
we're not close now.
We're closer. We're way better than we were. But I couldn't. It's not like little brother could borrow big brother CD. Mm-hmm. No, I heard one song. I heard a DMX song. I was like, okay. I found out that Anthony had the CD. So what did I do? I went and I took Anthony's CD when he wasn't home, made a tape, put Anthony's CD back. That's how I became a fan. Anthony's real introduction is just the fact of he had the CD, but I went and made that as a tape so I can listen to.
Trend.
It's not a trend.
Okay, well, what with the Mustang?
Because trending would be, to me, trending is such as I'm throwing this in your face. He didn't throw it in my face.
Not necessarily. I mean, trending is something that you find appealing, that a bunch of other people find appealing, so you jump on that trend. It's the same.
But it's me following other people because other people think it's cool. I don't follow anything that people think is cool and jump on that shit. I find it like I like something because I like something.
Okay.
I don't go and say, oh, well, I don't take with, for example, I guess, let's go back to the Honda. I don't go to a car show. I've never been to a car show or a car meet. Sit there and be like, man, look at all those Corvettes. Oh my God, I got to get one now.
Oh, no.
You know, because I'm seeing so many people with them.
No.
Same thing with people putting gold and jewels in their mouth. Oh man, Paul Wall's doing that all day.
I don't
so
know.
Now I have to do that.
That there, when it comes to aesthetic, when it comes to your body, yeah, there are certain trends. You know, you had the baggy jeans, which you fell in that trend. The clothing style trend.
Baggy jeans are comfortable as shit. I
don't blame it on that. All
I will say,
famous rappers.
I will say yes. A lot of rappers
yes.
I looked up to do wear baggy jeans or did wear baggy jeans. Them shits is comfortable.
I get that. Maybe
them shits is comfortable.
And guess
but
what?
when it came to, but did I get the Tim boots? No, nigga, I didn't have money for Timbs. And fucking, I don't like boots.
If you had
I don't like boots.
If you had the money at that point in time,
no, I wouldn't have got them because I don't like boots.
But
any boots I've ever worn, I don't like. I wear sneakers. Sneakers are comfortable.
Well, you wear flip flops.
Flippy flops are comfortable as fuck. Crocs are comfortable as fuck. I didn't go get Crocs because people were out buying Crocs. I don't get J's because everybody's buying J's.
So
I am very like
what I was going to get to with the Mustang thing. How'd you get introduced to Mustangs?
I would say driving through my neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. Did a few people own them?
Not that I know. I've never known anybody with a Mustang besides. Only person I've ever known with a Mustang was Jen's husband. He's the only person I've ever knew with a Mustang.
How did you get introduced into liking Mustang?
I saw a design and I liked it.
From where?
I saw it go down the street and I liked it.
That's following a trend, though.
It's not following a trend.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Everything.
Someone has to give it. Someone has to. Following a trend or following people, basically. I don't follow people on shit. If I see something I like it because I like it.
What about this?
Vaping? Mm-hmm. I'll give you that one.
Hey.
You introduced me to it. You actually introduced me to it, but it wasn't a thing like I feel like socially. It was just like you showed me vaping. This shit tasted good, and I fucking liked it.
We're gonna think what would be good. What would it be? It would be. I want to call it defend yourself. What could we call this? Because they have Cape Town. What could we call this?
I don't know what to call it, but I'm just saying. Like,
Judge Defender.
I'm just saying
that's what we're going to call it. This is what that segment is. Judge Defender. Defend yourself.
I'm just saying that damn near, like, I'm not going to ever say I never fell on the trend. I'm not. But I'm definitely not going to say that I'm influenced because people make something trendy and that I have to follow it. I've never been to a point where it's like, it's not like if I come to you and I'm like, and you're sitting there like you showed me Paul Wall. Okay, and then all of a sudden, I have to listen to everything Paul Wall because not only you are listening to it, but this guy's listening to it. This guy, I don't fall into those kind of things where it's like I have to feel like I like this because all these people like it.
Yeah.
I've never felt like, but even when it comes to vaping, I never felt like, okay, I have to vape because there's more people vaping now. I never liked Mustangs because all these people are influencing me to like Mustangs. I liked Mustangs off the fact of I saw a car that I thought had a cool design, I thought it was fast, and I thought it was powerful.
But don't you think that's what the company wanted you to see and how they wanted you to feel?
I guess.
So that's falling. So I'm not necessarily talking about just the people.
I'm talking of social trends.
Trust me, that's a social trend. When it comes to everything in life that you decide to like, that is a trend you are hopping on because that is the company advertising it to you in that general way.
Yes, but is it really a trendy thing, or is it just giving you something that you like?
No, that's a trend.
It's giving you something that you like.
No.
It is.
No, it's really not.
It is.
No. That is a trend you are
No, it's
on.
giving you something that you like. If you like it, you're telling me right now, if a girl, women are the biggest. If a woman sees that, women see this shit all the time because they think everything in this world that they see on magazines, that they see in music videos, and shit like that. It's how I gotta attract the guy. Okay, dudes love boobs, so let me go get a boob job so I can get that attention.
Oh yeah,
you're hopping on a trend because you're trying to be like all these other females, so you can be accepted, or so that someone will want you.
I mean, I don't want to say you prove my point, but you said they see that in a magazine or a music video. That's a company advertising that to you, and you hopping on that trend. So that is you hopping on a trend. So a company, whatever magazine that was, that advertised that or design of a Mustang to you, and you were told, oh, they're fast, they're powerful, and they're loud. That is a trend you hopped onto because based off of what you were shown.
I get what you're saying. But is it a social trend?
Yes, that is considered.
Is it a social trend? It's not. To me, it's not a social trend.
It is because
a social trend is society basically doing something, wanting something, or trying to project onto you that this is cool and that you should jump on it.
If it wasn't a social trend, would Mustang be as big as they are today?
No.
Thank you. So that is a social trend. So,
but is it? I'm saying, but it's not like what I'm saying is.
You're talking about like shoes, jewelry, cell phones.
I'm talking about like basically somebody. Think about the cool kids at the table.
Yeah, you want to be like them.
I've never cared to be.
I know that, but I'm just saying that's
but I'm just saying
what it is.
Just because okay, you got jockey people out here who think they're better because they play football. I didn't play football to be a jock. I played football because I loved football. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like I did this to make a point in society. I don't wear jewelry or anything really flashy because I don't care to make a point in society. I don't care what this person thinks if I got a lot of money or not.
But
I'm not doing it to make you think in my mind to think in your mind that I have all this money or anything.
What if said person wears jewelry and have flashy things, not on the point of showing it off where that's what you get to. Like some dude that has a big gold necklace, drives a Lamborghini, nice shoes, big house. What if it's not his intent? His intent is, this is what makes me happy. I'm doing this because it makes me happy. I don't care about what anybody else thinks. I drive a nice car because it makes me feel nice. I have this jewelry because I think it makes me look good. I have a big house because that's what I want. Maybe that's what that is. They're not necessarily trying to be a flashy person. So
I would semi call bull on it but I can kind of understand. I understand what you're saying. Because sometimes, but again, that usually comes to me in my mind as you wanting to be looked at as a person with money. Because to me, you know, if anything that is completely overpriced and it's something like, I'm not saying like a dude who, there's people out there that have the money. They have the money, they can buy that shit. You know, and some guy might be, look, I loved Lambos for a long time. You know, I've always wanted a Lambo. I bought a Lambo. Cool. It's flashy to me, but at the same time, I can understand that. But there's some people who are out there, like, especially dudes who get like a little older, who are like, nah, I'm 40, right? I'm like in my late 40s now, or I'm in my 50s. You know, this would be the time because I see so many other guys doing it. I'm gonna go get me a Corvette.
But the Corvette falls down the line of a I don't want to say tradition, but when it comes down to, just go ahead and say it, middle-aged or older-aged white males, for how many years now, that is a Corvette was deemed a retirement car. You got a Corvette as a mile marker for your retirement, as in you made it to this point. I was financially stable enough to afford this car. Now, later in life, they made Corvettes a little bit more affordable, so now anybody can get one. That I don't know. I think that's a little bit different because that's a mile marker. That's like almost at the point of,
I get what you're saying.
Well, how you are now, right? So you first start off school. What's your mile marker in school? Get your diploma. After diploma, what's your mile marker after that? Did a degree. After that degree, what is your mile marker? Getting a house, setting a family up, having nice things. To me, that's a mile marker, and that's the final evolved stage for a white male. A Corvette.
Evolved stage?
Yes. He evolves from the Toyota Corolla that he had
to a Corvette, and then now he's single. That's the final stage. So I don't see that as a trend. I see that as a traditional cliche. Yeah, but yeah, it's definitely a cliche. But like I'm saying, like, you know, you have those guys who see their buddies do it. Or people who's in their circles doing it, so they feel they have to jump on the same thing. I'm just a guy, and like I say for myself, I'm a guy who, I love American muscle cars. I love my Charger, and it wasn't because a group of people. I didn't fall in love with hip hop because of a group of people. I didn't doing videos like I do now. I didn't do that because other people were doing it. Like all of YouTube is now.
Well, I mean,
most of YouTube.
I think back in 2016 when we started, talking about this, I think you said one of your biggest inspirationals was "Hot Damn How I Rock," and they inspired you. Now, I'm not saying it's a trend. You didn't fall into a trend of making videos, but yes, someone on YouTube influenced you to want to make videos. I'm
gonna say if I said that, then I said that.
We need a soundboard. We need a soundboard because I'm going to play Judge Judy's. Dun, dun.
No, I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say he's not an inspiration, but I will say that when it came to making videos, like my first video camera I've ever had was when I was in high school. 2005.
The one I got blamed for losing?
No. 2005.
Because that was your crazy ass driving.
2005. I had a camcorder. You put the tape in, you record. I enjoyed doing that because at that time, I don't even think YouTube was out in 05. But
I think so, but there wasn't anything really on there.
But I had a camcorder, and I always thought it was fun. Actually, it goes further than that because my uncle had a camcorder.
So you did it because nobody else was doing it.
I did it because I enjoyed doing it.
And that nobody else was doing it. So
I didn't care if anybody else was doing it.
You don't care about the trends. You enjoy doing the things that you like to do that nobody else is doing.
I enjoy doing things because I enjoy it.
Nobody else is doing.
If someone else does it, then someone else does it.
But if it turns into a trend, you stop doing it?
No, I'm going to keep doing it because it's something that I love.
You're a hipster.
How am I a hipster?
You're a hipster.
Fuck it.
You're a hipster. That's what it
Fuck
is.
it.
You want to sit here
I
and
did-
deem
like-
me as an
no,
emo
I'll say-
rap hipster?
No, I'll
you're a
say-
hipster. You are the definition of a
I'm
fucking
just saying.
hipster.
I'm just saying that. Okay. How the fuck I put this shit, man? Like,
Just say it and leave it at that. I'm a hipster.
then fuck it. I don't even know the real definition of a hipster, but fuck it, I'm a hipster.
All right, let's do this. Let's get the definition of a hipster before we go to my last little thing that I wanted to talk about today.
Nigga, I like doing shit because I like doing shit.
Definition of a hipster. A person who does not follow the latest trends or fashions, especially those regarding to the ones outside of the culture mainstream.
I'm a little hipster.
A little?
I'm a little hipster.
You're like the boss of hipster.
I'm a little hipster. Because at the same time,
But see, there's two forms of hipsters. Like you had like our age range hipster that was the person that, oh, that's mainstream. I don't like it. I'm gonna go do my own thing over here that nobody else is doing. But now the definition of a hipster today, in the 2020 era, is a person that does everything that's popular. Like he loves the latest shoes, the latest fashion, the latest music. That's the definition of a hipster. So you're a 90s hipster.
I wouldn't even say that though.
There you are.
I wouldn't even say that.
So, well, we're going to move on. Because
Hold on a sec. I need batteries.
This has been a very long discussion on that one.
That was a good discussion, though.
So, but no, I got one more that I want to talk about. And by no means, and I say by no fucking means, do I 100%. I don't even believe it, but you know, there's conspiracies out there. There's conspiracists out there. So, I just want to get my fellow colleagues' opinion on this little conspiracy. All right, real quick, touch on this before it gets
I'm not a hipster.
too late.
Kind of.
So there's been a video floating around about the death of George Floyd. I don't know if you've seen it or if you've heard about it, but the conspiracy theory behind what's going on is it has to deal with the Freemasons. Now, they're saying that the cops that were involved in George Floyd's death and the woman that gave the statement about George Floyd's death all work for the Freemasons. George Floyd himself is a 33rd degree Freemason. And they're pushing a different plan for a race war. And they're just showing a bunch of different photos from different, events that's happened here in the United States when it comes down with the Sandy Hook shooting. The woman and the cop were both seen on the scene of that Sandy Hook shooting. And then on top of that, the cop was also seen at the Unabomber event that happened. And then now this. So they're trying to say that George Floyd is not actually dead and that this is all a acting. How do you feel about that?
I want to get something real quick straight on Freemasons. If you could explain to me Freemasons.
Freemasons,
Yeah.
They are linked to the Knights Templar, which is a secret society or a secret organization that our guests are known to have secrets on, how and why America was built, and they want to see their beliefs pushed upon everyday life. The Freemasons are hard to explain because you really have to, how do I put it? Either be one or have a designated job doing, studying them. So I'm getting ready to pull up the video for it now. I think it was on Instagram. I'll have to find it. But it's just, I seen that and I'm like, two things popped in my head. One, people will do anything to get a reaction out of people to get. Oh, don't tell me. They took the video down because of Trump and his fucking little fact check bill. False facts stated, so it's no longer there. So how do you feel about that? I'm gonna go ahead and say this. It doesn't excuse the point that black men's lives are taken way too often by cops.
Minorities.
Yes, minorities are
I
taken.
include all my people. So
That video and him showing that does not exclude the point that there are still minority lives being taken in the USA for next to no reason. But with that being shown to you, you see hard evidence. How do you feel about it?
fucking riot.
Riot?
Fucking, my feelings haven't changed. I say this. I'm very to the point where I believe groups like this are out. And I've heard of stuff like this even before this George Floyd incident. But even off of that, people think we're doing it. People think that George Floyd is the reason why we're doing it. People ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
People who don't understand think that what's going on is only because of George Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
This goes back way before George Floyd. He's just another person that we put on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Now, tempting evidence, I'm not going to fucking lie. At the same time, though, I've heard of stuff like this before. Back when the Sandy Hook shooting happened, they said that there were people there that were at other places that was at other places. So do I believe that stuff happens? Crisis actors? Yes. I 100% do.
Yeah.
His situation, I'm going to say definitely it does look, the picture that they showed does look suspicious, but I can't fucking lie. There's, besides the other officers, obviously we can't look at something and be like, yeah, that's it, and can't really see the full thing.
Yeah.
The guy in the picture that's at the funeral, yeah, he has a wide nose just like fucking George Floyd did. I can't see eye color. I can't see no other real description besides the fact it's a tall guy with a big nose that's black.
Yep.
I'm not going to say anything because you know what? That's the same kind of judgment we get when it's fucking police. Fucking Jay Farrell just did his thing. Have you seen Jay Farrell talk?
Mm-mm.
Before, he said like a week or so before the George Floyd thing, he was in, I think, LA, walking, doing his exercise shit, had his headphones on, noise-canceling headphones.
Mm-hmm.
4 cops rolled up on him as he just doing his walking. Cops put him in cuffs. They forced him down they told him to get down on the ground, which he did. They had guns out on him automatically. And their description, it was a black guy in gray sweatpants, apparently.
Yeah. Just like
Cops.
the thing, I think it was New York about the 85-year-old man that got pushed to the ground and started bleeding real bad from his ears and stuff.
Yeah.
So more video and photos are coming out that people that were there at the scene, took photos of it. It was a dummy. That was a dummy that was pushed to the ground.
That wasn't a dummy. The video, unless we got animatronics to that point or whatever like that, the guy was walking. The guy walked up to the cop and the cop pushed him down. Now, any pictures of like close-up shots of ears or something like that, I can't say. But I'm going to say the evidence shows that it wasn't like the video came up and the guy was on the ground. And that was the way that they got it. It was like, no, we watched the guy shove the guy down onto the ground. I wouldn't be shocked if I'm never shocked about much nowadays. Like,
I'm trying to find a video.
But
I mean, it was New York.
Yeah, the guy got. I don't really jump to conclusions on shit. I do like to hear full stories and see full stories. But sometimes you can see something and just be like, yeah. I'm not saying that it is George Floyd. I'm not saying that it's not. I can see the nose in it, and the nose will make me be like, yeah, that's you. But other than that, I have no real proof to say that.
Yeah. No, I know.
But crisis actors, I believe is a real fucking thing. I do believe that a lot of, more of the terrorism side of things. I think a lot of shit are planned. We still believe, most of us still believe that George Bush and all them knew what the fuck was going to happen, and actually kind of had a plan, because George Bush has friends and companies that would make money off of the shit. Donald Trump, it's corruption. It's just real corruption, and that's why, I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it's not. But at the same time, there's other people in this world that have died just because, or been killed by cops because of racial shit.
Yep.
It's not if George Floyd situation is fake, yeah, that's fucked up. But we can say Trayvon Martin's situation wasn't fucked up. Bell, the husband that came home from, I think, a bachelorette party, and then he got shot all them fucking times. You know what I'm saying? And the cops said that they thought he had a gun on him, and he didn't have one. He got killed. You know what I'm saying? So black people know people. Most black people know people of someone killed by a cop. This isn't something that, it's like, oh, it's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's been a crisis, but it's like most of the shit is people not acting about it. This is real shit that goes on. Emmett Till was real.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King was real. Malcolm X was real. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. These people are no longer breathing. It's real to be, I'm not going to say, I can say, I've been stereotyped. Because I have. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, are there people out there that's going to fake do shit and say, oh, yeah, I was stereotyped and wasn't really? Yeah. I had the incident, or excuse me, I was watching a video on World Star where a guy was spray painting his building or on his property, Black Lives Matter or something, and a white lady came up, and I'm looking at the situation from what I see, and she's like, do you own this building? Sir, do you know that's illegal? You can't do that, blah, blah, blah. Now, truthfully, she should have stayed the fuck out the business. She could have called the cops or whatever. But, the dude sat there, and he's just like, the guys are like, what does it matter? What's your name? What's your name?
Yeah.
You don't need to know my name. To me, it's simple. If if it's mine, I'm gonna be like, man, it's my building. I own this. Now, if she wants to get to the point of, oh well, can you provide evidence to show that it's really yours? No, because it's none of your fucking business. I don't need to provide you evidence of what's fucking mine. If I'm going to spray paint, do whatever the fuck to my place, it's my place. I have my right. But, there are some fake shit out there. And I know the guy posted, oh, well, they were racist. They could have been. But at the same time, you could have handled that situation properly.
Yes. So here's the reasoning why. Well, not the reasoning why I say it was fake, but the reason why people are saying it's fake. This 75-year-old man was pushed by the police. The whole thing was staged. The guy was a known activist that kept coming at police to get them to react. Then when they finally pushed him, he faked his injuries. So the reason that they're saying it's fake is because there's numerous photos that are coming out where they can see the blood tube going from his shirt to his mask to behind his ear and right in his earlobe. So when they pushed him, obviously he's practiced that fall numerous times. He fell, hit his head, activated the the switch, which was in his other hand, that's what fell out of his hand when he, let his hands go, and that's the reason why they're saying it's fake. Just to get a stir out of people.
I mean, people are stirred up regardless. Mm-hmm. Now, if it is fake, at the same time, look at what the people felt.
Yeah.
Like, we're not people. I don't think people, like, most people aren't sitting here trying to get martial law or trying to get this, or trying to fuck up this world. Most people in this world just want things to be right. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone, like, you're sitting here, you want the world to be better because you want your child to have a better life. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You want to stop what you're struggling. You're not out here trying to fucking do anything.
No.
You just want what's right for this fucking world.
Yep.
Like many other fucking people do.
I think all of us that have that like mind need to come together and say, fuck it, take over a state and let that state... Hey, government can come in, but this is what we want. If you don't like it, then we kick you out. If you don't like it, then fight us.
It's going to end up coming to one of those. Or we're just going to continue the way that we're fucking continuing.
Yep.
Like, as of most shit going on now, like, I mean, we bring it, like, to kind of jump back to what we were talking about. Look at the Black Panthers. Mm-hmm. Black Panthers stood for the right thing. Obviously racial tension was high, so we're going to form a group. We're going to teach our kids school. We're going to provide health care. We're going to, provide jobs. Blah blah blah. Same thing that happens with the Black Muslim culture. Mm-hmm. Some of them were doing the right thing. Some didn't.
Yep.
Black Panthers were trying to do the right thing. I'm not going to say everything they did was right, but because I don't know. But at the same time, all mainly meant for the right thing.
Yeah.
Now, what happened with the Black Panthers is they were attacked. Yep. Just, hey, y'all are black people with guns. Y'all aren't listening to us. Y'all are doing what y'all want to try to... Y'all are policing your own community. Mm-hmm. And y'all are having it where people were even to the point of joining the Black Panthers and doing right. Mm-hmm. What happened? They went and killed the leader.
Yep.
And right now, I'm sorry that his name isn't coming to my head, but... it's not coming to my head right now, but I mean... Huey... Was it Newton? Whatever. They killed him. And they just kept finding ways to break down that system.
Yep.
Finding ways to break down that system. Like you said, the government turned around what they did to black people. What? We're going to put you in certain areas. Okay. We're going to keep you there. Drugs flow into that community. Because let's be real. Like, during the time of crack and all this epidemic and shit like that, how did this shit get in here? Black people, guns and shit like that. Black people don't control this shit. Mm-mm. We don't have any ownership with Remington, with Blak, Smith & Wesson, all these shit. Mm-mm. We don't have no ownership in that shit.
Nope.
But yet, that's the shit that ends up in our society.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, dude's getting AR-15s. How the fuck do you get an AR-15? How do you get a military-grade weapon?
Exactly. Wow. Many ways.
There's many ways now. But... You know what I'm saying? But, like, it's just like, how do you get this shit? This isn't shit like black people are going over, hey, let's go to fucking Iraq and get some weapons from them.
Let's go there and buy some weapons and come back to the United States.
That shit ain't happening.
It's already here.
And if it gets here, it's planned. Mm-hmm. Oh, we can't check y'all know what the fuck is going into these shipping shit. Y'all have the most... Like, if the president has the amount of security that he has in this world, you're telling me that you don't know what the fuck is being put on a boat to come over here?
Exactly. But
that's why I call, like, this COVID shit, I call it bullshit. And we knew about it. They knew about it.
Yeah, it's
lab shit. Like,
it was a testing. It was a test for the United States to see how we could handle unknown virus, and it got out of hand, and now they're saying it's not as big as it thinks that everybody should think it is.
It's bullshit.
But that there, ladies and gentlemen, is for another podcast. Thank you for tuning in to the Methodized podcast. We will be back next Sunday, and you will hear us that following Wednesday.
And hopefully we can get some videos done. I know I went 3 videos, had 3 videos ready, and I've uploaded them all. And I haven't shot one this week. But no, we're going to get some more stuff. Obviously, this will be out Wednesday. Mm-hmm. We drop every Wednesday our podcast. We've done it 3 straight weeks. So we're dropping this on Wednesday. Hopefully we can have another visual kind of video for you guys this week. We're definitely going to see to putting this on Spotify and
we'll start off with Apple first.
I've read about Spotify. I haven't read all on Apple yet.
No.
I was just reading about it.
Well,
it was late last night. You were asleep.
Apple, they help you. It's like the stepping stone. A lot of people go from Apple, then go forth from there. But we will see you guys next week.
Holla at y'all. You know what it is. Methodized Vids, Big Moss.
And Stan the Man with the Plan.
You gotta come up with a new bars, man.
Nah, it's been my bars for 16 plus years.
Gotta come up with something. But alright, y'all. We'll holla at y'all later. Y'all be easy. 3 hours in. We hope y'all enjoy. Y'all be easy. 1.
Later.